Hey, TCM Jones, how you doing? Well, Bill, I'm just gonna finish setting up. There we go. There we go. Hey, Proper. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening. I just woke up. Sorry, guys. I'm all. There we go. There we go. Yay. I took a little nappy before coming on. I just woke up, so I'm all lost a little bit. There we go. Well, Proper, hope you're doing well. Hey, Mana, how you doing? Okay, I'm still on top chat. I'm gonna put that in live chat. There we go. So how you been doing there, Tim? TCM Jones. Hey, Brandon, how you doing, Brandon? Nice to see you. Ian, good day, good day. Yeah, Brandon, I saw you were on early this morning on Rodney Bell's live stream. You're an early riser. Hey, Builder 710. Hello. Oh, it's just on iSpike's live stream. Oh, okay. Hope everybody's doing well today. Oh, that's cool there, Brandon. This is kind of weather we've been having all day here. So we've been getting that around since I think it's 12 o'clock this morning. Nice weather. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Roger, how you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, as soon as I got off the live stream, that snow started coming down.
Yeah, mine's coming down on here too. I wanted to show you something.
Okay.
No, not that.
Hey, Darwin. How you doing, Darwin? Explicit FPV, Nabby FPV. Hey, guys. So thank you all for coming in tonight. John Coopy, how you doing?
Big John.
Did you get? Oh. What are you showing me?
These are 32s, well, you don't want, but I couldn't find the one you were looking at before. You said it was like, what size is this one? That's a 40 inch. 55, they want 497.
Yeah, here's 5 something. Is that the Canadian one?
Yeah, you're in Canada. This is Amazon CA up here, see?
Yeah. The one I was looking for, the ProScan one then?
Yeah.
That's on Walmart.ca.
Okay, well, here's Ultra Smart. That's only a 50 inch, which is, but 379.
Yeah, and I think that one could take up to 3 months to be delivered.
And 50 inches, 599. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, because
I mean, I'm just looking for you, and I'm getting confused.
yeah, because there's some of them there at a good price, but it could take up to 3 to 6 months for delivery.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, everybody.
Proper FPV, how you doing, my friend?
Yes, proper. Everybody, please hit that like button. Thank you all so much.
Oh, who's that in there I see?
And Darwin, I just saw a half an hour. Okay, Darwin. AZ Drone Dude, good morning, good evening. Abby FPV. And Paul's gonna have a little tune to sing to you guys.
Manamana. 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 I'm sorry I was late with that, Roger. He came in a little while ago. I didn't want to let you down, Roger.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. See, Paul, this is the one I was looking for, and the price went up on it. Where is it now? Oh, here. It was at 280. Now it's at 322. It's this one here.
Wow.
That's at Walmart.ca.
And you don't get free shipping, so it's $370.
That's free shipping. That's a tax.
Oh, that's taxes.
Yeah. So it's that's the one that's the one I gotta order from Walmart. I can't go to the store and be ordered online.
They don't have it.
No. Darwin, how you been doing? Saigon, how you doing? Just got a table for dinner, waiting for 40 minutes.
Oh, wow. TCM, hi, Tim. Darwin Digital's here. Washington County News.
Hey, Washington County News.
AZ is here.
It's been snowing here since 12 o'clock this afternoon.
John Coopy, are you just hanging out at home, John, or what are you doing?
How about the Yeah, I was gonna go on earlier because I seen that what's his name wasn't on there. Nomad Unbroken,
Uh-huh.
and I was worried to go on there. I noticed what's his name was on there, RC Crazy. So I said, oh, no, I'll get on. So I don't like stepping on people's toes there when they're on live streams.
Well,
Hanging
that's
out
nice. That's nice of you, Roger, because you're about the only one that does that. Everybody else says, "The hell that I'm going on."
hanging out at home, flying Meteor 65, whoop, and taking notes on the flight times. Okay, there, John. Well, John, I sent you a link just in case you want to come in. Well, thank you there, Brendan. Yes, everybody, please hit that like button. It is important for this channel. Yeah. I want to pick up a 5 hour, 5 houses dog crap and help one of them paint their stairwell. I got $150. Hey, that's cool. Mana. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Washington. I freaking need it. One of my friends, Mavic Mini, get overheated and will post a video tonight by the it's not the one I just got back. Okay. Wow. I'm in southern Utah. Okay, Washington County News in southern Utah.
Oh, TCM says his wife's getting him a new drone.
Thanks, I received the issue. I'm testing a short flight time, so I'll still probably come on in a bit. Okay, John. I'm not forcing you to come on, John. It's just if you ever want to, you got the link. Whenever you got time, there's no problem. My wife is getting me a new drone. Nice one, TCM drone. Oh, that's cool there, Brian. Yeah. Yeah, I put my iPad on the charge. I was getting ready to go. I was going to go outdoors and fly and all that. My iPad was only at 15%.
Oh,
So I plugged it in to charge it up, and I was getting things ready, and all of a sudden you see the freaking snow coming down.
yeah.
Well, I got the iPad right in front of me on my bureau here, so I'm charging it up. So. Hey guys, I have 14 watching, 11 likes. So don't forget to hit that like button.
Hit the like button for sure. I had to refresh that page because mine only says you've been on 5 minutes.
Dang, it's not nice out here right now. There we go. Be glad when this crap is over. Man, oh man. Oh, you're getting a new Tiny Hawk too. Wow. Those are nice little drones. Whoops. It's windy there tonight. I don't know what the weather's. I don't know what the hell. I come to look at my news again tonight, 6 o'clock. Nah, no news. Football. Oh, for freaking sake.
Oh, yeah.
So it's gonna be on what now? It's gonna be on all year now. Football.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all year round. Huh. It's doing -4 Celsius here right now. And Fahrenheit wise,
Yeah,
20.
Saigon, I saw that. You're not talking about the actual egg drone. You're talking about one that looks more like the regular quadcopter, not the one that looks like the egg and folds up. And I saw that. Somebody had that on.
It's doing 20 degrees Fahrenheit here right now.
Did anybody else see that the review that drone whatever? Oh, I can't remember. Man, old man memory. But it's about the new Evo 2 that they're coming out with. Supposed to have removable lenses and all kinds of stuff, and
Okay, yeah. Have a good one.
7 kilometer, be able to fly 7 kilometers and all kinds of stuff. So it looked interesting. I know that when they brought out the first Evo, that's the one Ken Heron, I think, was flying it and the props took off and stuff when he landed.
I didn't see that video yet. I'm gonna have to see that.
Can't remember who it was. Let me see if I can find it.
There we go. Hey, everybody, I started a Patreon page. There's the link to it.
Well, that's the Autel. Maybe it wasn't an Evo. What would it be? What's the one that's the white one? Evolve, maybe?
Probably Evolve. I think it's Evolve. Because Evo, that's the one you're talking about. I think, what's his name? That one, Justin.
Yeah. That's the Autel Evo. Evolve, yeah. I think it's the Evolve 2. Yeah, X Dynamics Evolve 2. Captain Drone did a review or an introduction 12 hours ago, but he doesn't have one yet, but he just went through everything it's supposed to have.
Okay, that's what the AZ Drone dude just said, Captain Drone.
Captain Drone, yep.
From Ontario, right? Captain Drone, I think, or?
Yeah, he's somewhere in Canada, for sure.
From Canada, yeah.
I'll post the link if anybody wants to take a look at it. Copy.
X Dynamics Evolve 2. That's what it's called.
Yep.
Oh, Brandon's on the ball too. He had the name out too. Okay, it's cool. How long is that video? A couple of minutes?
7 minutes, I think.
Okay. But
you can skirt through it. You know, the intro is what, 30 seconds to 45 seconds, and then. But if you want to go take a quick look at it, Roger, I'll watch.
No, it's okay. It's
the channel. He goes in and does step by step all of the differences, nuances that changes And I
Yeah.
think the biggest one is probably distance, camera, and I think it's still about the same as far as 15 to 20 minutes flight time. TCM.
Dynamic range. Yeah. Good one, Tim.
But it's supposed to shoot, and to me, I don't shoot in those higher speeds. Like 60 is fine. It's supposed to shoot like 100 speed.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're doing ultra slow mo or something.
Everybody check out everybody's channels. Make sure you still got them supported. Yeah, so I'm trying to pick up enough money to buy another monitor, guys. So whatever you guys can spare, it'll help out. And
Did you put your PayPal address in there?
No, I didn't, not yet.
Yeah, if anybody wants to make a little donation, big or small, Roger's trying to put enough money together to get a new monitor there.
I almost got it all picked up already there. Just missing a.
Yeah, but the price keeps going up on the damn thing. You started out at this level, and every time you go back to check on it, it keeps going up a little bit more.
That's why. So when I get the money in my pocket, I go buy it once I got the price in my pocket.
Yeah, you want to be able to pull the trigger before it goes up again.
There, that's my PayPal. It's okay, Brandon. Don't worry about that. I know you, Brandon. Don't worry about it. There's no problem there. He's only 13. I don't want to keep your money, Brandon.
No, Brandon, that's okay. He's talking about guys that just might have a little bit extra spending cash or whatever that they want to contribute to the Canadian Drone Hub.
Everybody check out everybody's channel. Make sure you still got them. And don't forget, hit that like button, everybody. I clicked on your live and it sent me to the old live. I thought I missed it. Ah, that's weird. Hey, Was Blind, how you doing? Nice to see you, Was Blind.
Yeah.
Above
and Beyond. How you doing? We haven't seen him in a little bit.
Jim's in the house. Yeah, I just woke up, Was Blind, to tell you the truth there. Paul phoned and woke me up. I had my Alexa on the alarm. I was okay. Yeah, but yeah, I was very tired last night. I was so bloody burnt, wouldn't believe it. And I got to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. Then I got up this morning and I was still burnt this morning. I had to go back and lay down this afternoon.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I had the alarm set. Alexa woke me up too. That's when I went over, looked, and you weren't on, and I thought, oh, wonder what's going on. Because if you said you weren't going on, I was going to say, you need to go on, but I'm going back and lay down again.
Hey, Brandon, I took a look at Teespring and I might ask my dad to get one. They look really good. Yeah, they're not expensive, Brandon. Get them while they're hot because the prices are going to go up a little bit. Well, I was going to go on at 5 o'clock this afternoon. No, not 5 o'clock. Sorry, 6 o'clock, and I canceled it. So I'd probably kept the old live stream there. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is he said he was going to go on at 6 o'clock. That's not what he told me. So he wanted to go on without me. He told me between 7 and 8. So I sat here and I kept checking. Nope. Checking. Nope. Checking. Nope. Go over and look at another video. Nope. Nope. So I called him.
Yeah. Yeah, Brandon, because we're only making about 50 cents off each shirt and all that. We could have put the price way a lot higher if we wanted to, but we didn't want to at the beginning. So everybody can get a chance to get one.
Hey, Roger, I just got my notification on YouTube that you are now live.
I didn't even get mine on my phone yet. YouTube is yeah, I got it 25 minutes ago. I got it. Okay. Yeah, I will sleep better tonight. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Well, he's not going to stay up till 1:30 in the morning.
Hell no. Yeah, no, I had my my Alexa turned on for the alarm clock. Uh, 17 watching, cool. 17 likes, that's nice, very nice. Everybody check out Was Blind and Brandon, you're at what now? 77 supporters, Brandon. Okay. Everybody hit up everybody's channel. Got Washington County News Station. We have Brandon. We have Above and Beyond. Hold on there.
Yeah, if he got too much sleep too early, he'd be awake. He'd be doing his 3 a.m. shift.
There we go. Hey, Kushef BB, how you doing? Nice to see you. Above and Beyond, I just sent you an invite if you want to come on in.
Everybody, make sure you hit that like button.
And Kush FPV, make sure I still got you. Yes, I do. And you're at 729. And he posted a video 21 hours ago, guys. So check out Kush FPV. I'm doing pretty good there, Kush. Yeah, yeah. Just the weather sucks big time here. This is what we got as weather. We had this since 12 o'clock noon. Hasn't stopped. We're supposed to get it all night tonight. So that's the weather we got. And Paul's getting the same thing.
No, not nearly like that. I'm just getting a little on, a little off, a little on, a little
Okay.
off. In fact, I just looked over at the monitor outside, and it's every
Stop.
once in a while I get a little, but it's pretty much stopped.
Okay. Yes, it is snow, Brandon. I was blind. Yep. It's snowing here, yeah. Oh, you're welcome there, Coach. I like supporting everybody, my friend. That's why this channel is open. It's to support everybody. Yeah. I'm very happy to do so. Hey, Sam.
Sam is here. How you doing, Sam?
Okay there, Sam. No problem. I went to a protest today and I videotaped it. Okay. Corey Mano just uploaded a new video also. I'll have to check that out. I got a lot of videos to check out. Lots and lots and lots of them. Roxy's snoring away there.
Yeah, I know. I start to feel the same way.
Now, not time to fall asleep now.
I
Just
know.
got on.
A little tired, Sam. I am, but Sam, I am is. But I was hoping that you were coming in to keep my ass awake. But that's okay. If you're not feeling it, my friend, you get some rest. Or
Okay there, Sam. No problem. I'm just rolling through the page of Walmart thing. Hey, Newfound Drone Productions, how you doing? Nice to see you. No, sorry, doing anything fun today. It's snowing here, Stan. It's been snowing here since 12 o'clock this afternoon. Since I got off the internet this afternoon, it's been snowing.
yeah, about the time you were thinking about going and flying.
Yeah. I was going to go flying, but it just started snowing.
Have you had anybody go up and down the road on a snowmobile this year yet?
Nope, just 4x4s. There's not enough snow for the snowmobiles. Too much mud. There's too much mud in the streets, that's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. This is the weather we're having right now. It's been like this since this afternoon. Not a happy camper. Everybody check out everybody's channels. Make sure you still got them supported. We have proper FPV in here. Hey, John.
Hey,
Not
John.
a camper. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, that
Another-
looks terrible. I would want that.
Another day in paradise for me, but not so much for Roger.
Let's get my iPad charged up and everything to go flying this afternoon, and the snow started coming down.
I'm looking at getting close to a 55 as a coming high, I think, on Wednesday over here, Roger. Bright and sunny.
We're gonna be in our 30s, so it's not so bad. Won't be freezing.
30 will be the high.
Yeah.
Oof. Terrible.
20s are low at nights and 30s are high.
Well, it could be worse. You could be like Australia, which is literally burning in part of it. So there is that.
Or we could be at the minus 45s. Hey, Blizzard, how you doing? Nice to see you.
What's the coldest that you remembered ever being there, Roger?
Is that the correct time? 9:25. No, it's why is it 9:25 on my camera?
It's 8:25 here.
It's 8:25. Yeah, I was just checking out my cam. It's marked 20. Okay. It's 8:25 here, Darwin. It was almost 70 there, Sam. Oh my God. Everybody check out Blizzard FPV. Check out his channel, guy. Blizzard's got 412 supporters. Check out his channel. Drone Jones 360. Good evening. How you doing? No, I didn't get it yet, Drone Zone. He lives far away. He didn't even mail it yet. He's gonna mail it.
Brandon Rain.
He's gonna probably mail it in a week or two.
Just subscribed and
Yeah, Brandon's just a youngin'.
Yeah.
brand new. Yep.
Yep.
Brandon's 13 years old. He flies a Spark.
Yes, he does.
I see that. I gave him a subscribe.
Hi, Logan. How you doing? Logan Carpenter.
You came and checked out my bee's nest, wasp's nest video.
So Logan Carpenter noticed you still have your tree up.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to take that one down.
That's okay.
And all the stuff outside.
I still got mine up too.
Yeah,
I took everything down outside, but I just didn't have the strength or whatever to continue on with the one inside.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like doing the one inside. It's got all the ornaments on it and all that fun stuff.
Well, there's some people, John, leave them up all year round.
Oh, I know. I'm not one of those people. I prefer it to come down as quickly as possible.
Is it a live one or is it one of those artificials?
No, it's artificial, so it could stay there forever. That's
RD's drone reviewers. How you doing? Long time no see.
yeah. I sent the link to RD's and David.
Drone Zone, where do you live?
He lives in Ontario, but he lives in a residential area. Well, that's where you get somebody to drive you out in the country and then drop you off and then fly. Yeah. Geek Savannah, hey, good evening. Hey, Jim, how you doing?
Hey, Roger. Hey, John, Paul.
Hey, Jim. John
Hey.
Paul.
John, Paul, and Mary. That was a group, right?
Yeah.
I take it that Roger is the one that's the merriest of us all. Right?
It seems to be accepting my Yeti mic tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, you sound good.
RDS drone reviews. Sorry, I'm not around as much anymore. No problem, RDS drone reviews. You know, like I keep on saying, family and work first, and after that, YouTube last. I always say that.
So Jim, what's new down in Florida? I know the temperature's nice.
It's, you know, it's crazy. We've got a cold spell coming for us. It'll be 43 tomorrow, but
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's-
hide the berries.
that's not beach wear.
Wow, that's a cold spell, Roger,
Yeah.
for Florida.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, I used to laugh when around here in Michigan, you know, as soon as it starts to get like in the 40s or 50s, people are in shorts and everything else. And people from other parts of the country where it's a lot warmer come here and they're in sweatshirts and sweatpants and everything else, and they're freezing. It's all in what you
Sam.
get used to.
Yeah. Okay, Sam. No problem. Yeah, RDS drone reviews. Yeah. Yeah.
Perth West Oz RC. I know that name.
Well, yep, that's David, the Australian review dude. I was watching one of his videos up here on the TV. He's got JGRC X9P Heron video that he's got going on.
Okay. Hey, Perth West Oz, how you doing? I hope that fire's not near you, my friend.
There's something like 95 different fires going.
No, it's really bad down there. Happy New Year to you too there, Perth West. Yes.
Yeah, first it was California here, and now it's Australia. Oof.
Brandon, do you live anywhere near any of the activities that happen in your community or surrounding communities where you can fly and get some video? Because you can be off to the side as long as you're not over people, and you can get some good video.
There near is that? Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, Jim, when I was working down in Florida, I used to do trailer tie downs.
Yeah.
So I used to do that. I was 19 years old then, doing trailer tie downs and all that. And it used to be, sometimes you get up in the morning, it's really brisky out, but I was working in my t-shirt and these guys had their coats on and everything. What the hell?
Drone Zone 360. I mean, I live in a residential area, and so do most of us. But there's something that you could find, I'm sure. I mean, about 15 minutes away from me, I got the Missouri River. Another 45-ish, I got Lake of the Ozarks. I mean, there's something. You're just gonna have to drive to it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because I'm in a residential area, and trust me, it's boring around here.
Okay.
You gotta go look.
Well, you know, another thing that while I was waiting for Roger to wake up, I went over and somebody was doing a comparison between the Mavic Mini and an Anafi, and when he flew the Anafi, it really zoomed in. It's got the optical zoom, you know, and I was impressed. I didn't remember that the Anafi had optical zoom on it.
That's a good little drone. It can get in places others can't.
Yeah, and it's right now it's pretty cheap, I think, isn't it, Jim? Like $500 or $600 or.
I think it's more like 5. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I don't think it doesn't have the same flight time as the Mini, but.
Hey, JDS. I missed your phone call, JDS. Drone Pool, good morning, good morning.
JDS.
Good
More
evening.
like good. It is the evening in mid. It is almost time for some people to go to sleep.
Well, it doesn't make a long time I've been awake there, John. That's why.
GoPro 8 for my birthday, January 10th. I got one too. Well, you got to play with the settings, JDS. I'll tell you that.
Hey, JDS, you had a birthday in October and one in
October,
November and one in
December.
December. And now you're having one in January? Wow.
That's remarkable, isn't it, Paul?
Yeah.
JDS, he's got it going on, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean that's amazing.
Perth West, I heard that they evacuated a small town to the beach.
Yeah. Hey, Quicksilver, how you doing?
Now that's crazy. Months worth of fires. You would have thought, like, I don't know, they would have got outside help.
Oh, they've got outside help already.
They
Yeah,
have?
the U.S. has sent people there.
Canada.
Canada sent a lot of the countries have sent help there, but you know they're talking about what's burning now is the size of New York State.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's burned more than West Virginia, at least at this point, supposedly. So,
It's been very, very dry there, right? So, yeah.
And hot.
It's a Navy
Their highest was 48 Celsius.
Yeah, that's
yeah, there are days that David has said he didn't even want to go out to do his reviews because it's just like, oh,
that's 105, 110.
get heat stroke.
Well, north of 54, that's interesting. He did a snowmobile video with his Osmo action camera, and it handled it just fine at 15 below Celsius.
Wow.
North of 54,
Quicksilver
cinematography.
saying billions of animals have died. It's horrible.
Everybody check out North of 54, cinematography. He has a very good channel, guys. Check out his videos. Very nice indeed.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him before. I got to check him out.
I'll have to check him out too. I have not seen him in a while.
122 Fahrenheit at 50 Celsius. Yeah,
There we go. I got it.
that's way too hot.
I will say this: I love that Osmo action cam from DJI.
Do you?
That's a solid cam. Oh yeah.
Drone Zone 360 is asking, what is NSF?
SF. NSF.
And
Not suitable for work.
Even SW? I don't know.
That's not suitable for work. In other words, you don't play that where your boss can hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. NSFW. Not safe for work.
Hey, Phantom FPV, how you doing? Nice to see you. Good evening.
You know, John, I was tossing around between DJI and the GoPro 8,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just so looking to get away from DJI that alone was enough to send me over to GoPro.
Yeah, I can't blame you for that one. DJI is not the greatest company in the world.
It's not only that, but they hold you by the purse strings with their, not only just the accessories, but the batteries.
Yeah, they really do.
That's what it does mean, NSF. Yeah, not sufficient funds. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about your bank.
Well, that's what's his.
Non-sufficient funds. Yep. NSF check. JDS, are you not getting paid for something, or you're not paid?
That's Drone Zone. That's Drone Zone. I wrote
Drone
that down.
Zone.
Yeah.
The
He's
check
not asking
didn't
the
clear.
question.
NSF, non-sufficient funds to cover the cost of the check. Yep.
Angry DJI fan intensifies.
Oh, listen, I've dumped enough money with DJI that I have the right to quarrel with them.
Well, I think everybody has an issue at one time or another with DJI, but you know what? The bad part is when you put it head to head with everything else so far. Let's set aside the BS stuff about DJI. They make some great drones.
Sure.
I have no quarrels with that X5S camera, Paul. You've used that on your Inspire too, haven't you?
Yep.
That thing is great.
Yep.
It's a Micro Four Thirds.
And the thermal imaging camera that I had on my Inspire one, was just perfect,
Yeah.
And even when I flew the Mavic 2 Duo had the 2 cameras, perfect, It's just like you say, it's just why don't you do it for $500 less,
I like my Mavic Pro and I like my Osmo Action.
Okay.
Well-
Rick Silver is asking who's at the bottom, who's at the lower right of the screen?
The lower
That's
right.
John.
Huh?
Yeah, you got John, and then you got Above and Beyond. John Coopy, and then you got Above and Beyond.
And you got and above and beyond, his name is Jim.
Yeah. Hey, Andrew.
Hey.
Andrew.
Sorry, Andrew, I didn't send you a link. I'll send you 1 or 2 or 3. See which one you get first.
Or 4 or 5.
Well,
There we
they
go.
can end of life something and then just stop manufacturing the parts. Like with their batteries, they're
Yep.
from a different manufacturer, but they won't release them.
Yep. But the thing of it is with Twan pretty much is the go-to guy if you have any questions about DJI, because he'll take batteries apart, fix whatever needs to be fixed, and he gets the parts from DJI. And I personally, I'm not a fixer. I don't know how you are, Jim. I'm a flyer. I don't like to fix stuff.
Old guy on the bike, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, there you go. Hey,
Hello.
Andrew.
How are you?
Andrew.
Hello, what's going on?
Not too much. You, John?
Not much, just hanging.
Good to see you. Jim, always a pleasure.
You too, Andrew?
Good to
Not
see
so much a pleasure with
I'm
Paul,
getting to Paul. I'm getting to Paul. I'm getting to Paul. Through always gloriness and everything else in the Paul, it is always fantastic to see you. It's a lovely pleasure as always. Good to see you, Paul. And
Good to see
of
you.
course, our host Roger.
Yep.
I feel like the Waltons,
Yeah.
Oh, goodbye.
Roger did an early stop, then went to bed, came back, and then a little bit later start, 8 o'clock. So
It's just another day at the ranch for Roger.
Hey, Perth West, have a good one. You be safe now. Have a good day.
Cheers to everybody in the chat. Old guy on a bike. Curtis is in the house. How are you, Corey? Mano, Brandon, how are you? Drone Zone. Perth West. Hey, it's been a while. How are you? Good to see you. JDS. Everybody, good to see you all.
Perth Northwest is going out flying.
Mm. Very nice. Very nice. Hey, TCM. Rodney, how are you?
Hey, Rodney Bell. Good morning. Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, Rodney.
So what's going on with all you guys tonight?
Not too much. Not too much. It's Saturday night, calm night.
Yeah, those are good nights.
We call it here, Roger, with the old guys, not the youngins, the old guys. Saturday night, not so live.
Hey, Rodney, sorry about this morning. I got your link, but by the time I had my breakfast and all that and waking up, well, hey, Proper, you finally hit your 1.4K. Congrats.
Nice. Congrats.
But
Hey, Gary, Brant Ariels.
Hey,
Good to
Brent.
see you. Gary.
Uh-oh, I better take my nighttime pill. Gary, be after me.
Yeah. Brent will be after you for sure.
Did you guys' numbers drop a couple tonight? Is there any chance?
I didn't check. I
You
don't
don't
want
want to. You don't want to look.
I don't want to get depressed tonight on that.
God, we did. I was talking to Farmwell. Him the exact same thing. He went down 5. I went down 8.
Oh, yeah.
8 or 9. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go check.
Just we're starting to notice a pattern. It seems like every evening.
I thought you were, yeah, because I thought you were getting them back, Andrew.
Oh, it was kind of like, the old wishing one hand out the other, that type of thing. Yeah, but we did get some of them back, but we've been seesawing and yo-yoing everywhere. So we were at like 64, like 10, like 11,064. At one point, we dropped all the way down to 10,960, and then we went back up to 1134.
I went up 1.
Oh wow, must be nice. God, sorry. No, I'm glad to hear that. No, we were just curious if you guys were getting the same thing or not. So
Yes, girl. Yeah.
yeah, we were at 14 yesterday, and we went up to finally 40 some, and then we dropped back down to 32 again. And Farmall within 5 minutes, and Grant McIntosh, the exact same thing. Different. Poor Grant has hit 3,000. I think this is his 7th time was today, and dropped back down again just below it. That's the YouTube game.
Yeah, that's it.
I try not to watch it too much. I watch the numbers too much. You just get crazy about the subs and all that.
You do. It's a balance of everything, and I agree with you. Unfortunately, for what Xavier and I do, if we keep an eye, because we also know we're going to be getting questions as soon as something starts to happen.
Oh yeah.
Or we want to find out in advance, so then we can do a show about it before it gets announced everywhere. So you're kind of, whether you're tied. I always said it's not everything and it's not nothing. It's like everything else. There's balance in everything you do on YouTube, like anything else in life or in business.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You got to care some about them, but you can't be obsessed,
Yeah.
Well, it's like a store. I've always said that it's like a brick and mortar store. Imagine if you put all of your work to advertising and promotion and nothing to stocking the shelves. You go around and get people to come and oh, I got 1,000, I got 2,000, but you got nothing there to watch. They're not coming back. It's like a store. There's no product. They're not going to come back.
Yeah.
But on the
Delton Drone on Discovery Zone. How you doing? Nice to see you. Sorry, guys. Love to rip. Hey, good evening. Guy on a bike. Proper FPV. Yeah, JDS.
I mean, honestly, for I guess small channels like mine, like probably a lot of people in the same range, the content of the video is what'll make or break it getting viewed. It's not the subscriber base anyway. When you're dealing with numbers so low, like I have.
Yes, I agree with you on a part of that, but I think it's the same all around. It's just that it hits on a bigger scale. The bigger you go, like I say, I have no disillusions. There's people that gain what I have in subscribers every day.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to get new eyes on what you do, but not to just be obsessed with that number that comes in. It's also what you're making is going to count as well, and you're going to build a fan base with it. That's for sure.
Well, wouldn't you, Andrew, put it in one word would be consistency?
Yeah, consistency, but not complacency.
Right.
Don't get stuck in a rut either. That's very easy to do. It's the balance.
Rodney Bell, I sent you a link.
Sorry guys, I just had to answer a message at the same time. No, I'm not good at multitasking. I suck royally at it. That is true.
Oh, to rip FPV. I don't think I have them.
But it's good you guys are all checking each other out like that, guys. That's what it's all about. I always say you're not going to like what everybody does, but everybody deserves an audition as much as you do as well. Everybody deserves a chance to be seen and then make up your mind,
Absolutely.
It is discouraging, proper FPV, but it's really different likes because, I'll get a lot of views, but not subscribers.
That's where you got to do a call right away. That's your problem's call to action. I think we talked about that last time.
Yeah.
Get it in the first minute or so. Don't wait to the end. Even if it's just a pop-up, subscribe and like, like just an icon, anything to remind people. Look at it in here when I post that, don't forget to hit the like button. I even forget sometimes while doing it. I'm like, oh God, I've been
Yep.
doing that for 20 minutes now. They all forget. So it really does help out a lot. Because if you're getting a lot of
you
views,
need
you
to
want
be
to.
reminded.
Yep, definitely. I'm just
Andrew, should I get rid of, because I have the icon down where it used to say subscribe. Should I get rid of that and just let it say subscribe again in that lower right corner
you got
of the videos?
of the videos. Oh, you mean like where your branding goes? You mean
Yeah,
where it's subscribe? You could do it there. I would do it more blatantly. I would make it more visible. I wouldn't leave it as a subtlety. That's the thing. I know we got to realize that YouTube is a promotions game, and we, as much as we don't want to push it on people, we have to be a bit pushy. When we started doing that thing that I posted a while ago, don't forget to hit the like button and that.
Yeah.
That took our channel from getting 40 likes to over 250 to 300 was that one move. That made all the difference in the world. That's why if it didn't work, I wouldn't be using it. Just something like that made all the difference on our channel, which got us recommended a lot more, which got us, more people coming in, and that all stemmed from just reminding people to do it. So
The likes can do that?
Oh, definitely, because it's more everything that happens in your channel is engagement, whether it's likes, comments, all that stuff. Yes, dislikes to a certain degree. Not there is a myth sometimes that anything is good. No, too much. Usually after 40%, it causes you trouble.
Yeah.
But on that lower number like that, definitely interaction. When somebody shares your video, that does you a lot of good. You want to help each other out, share each other's videos when they come out. That helps a lot. Facebook groups sharing them. If it's somebody else sharing them, that helps you a lot more. So that's why years ago everything was just on subscribers. That's why you could go and buy a bunch of subscribers and that could push you through. But those days are gone. Now it's all in engagement. What's your ratio of people watching to people doing things with it? Whether it's rewatching it, sharing, hitting the like button, commenting.
Yeah.
Well, it's really important too, Andrew. You've always said for everybody to check your analytics once in a while so you know where you're at with who your audience is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
It's upstairs.
It tells you most of your problems are in your analytics. You're going to see where you're losing people. You're going to tell what time is the best time to upload your videos. What's too long? What's too short? Is there a pause in the middle of it that's losing people? There's a lot of answers there.
And Andrew's also been trying to drive through this old man's head. Tags make a difference too on when you upload.
Even the big channels are starting to tag again because you used to get the
So,
big ones said they
I
weren't
agree
worth
with that.
nothing, but now they are again.
Remember we were talking about that? The channels were differing on whether
Oh, I
they
just woke up not
were
too
that
long
important
ago.
or not.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like you want your title of whatever your title is, you want it to be your first tag, whatever's the keywords into it. And here's a little hint that people don't do much. Whatever your title is, make sure it's the first line in your description. So whatever
That I
your title
do
is,
do.
start off with that. That helps a lot because you're getting more use out of those tags. You're making it more relevant. All you're trying to do is tell YouTube, this is important for somebody looking for what this is about. That's
Andrew, it could be as simple as like what I don't do, and it just occurred to me, I should probably be tagging my videos with what the copter I'm flying with, like a DJI Mavic 2 Zoom.
Yes and no. It's good to have it, but I'd put it very low in priority. Because say you did like the Mavic, just for an example.
Uh-huh.
There's channels with millions of subscribers using Mavic, and they'll always get recommended first. What you want is you want to answer a question or look on the Mavic what people are searching for. And I don't know, say your research shows that a lot of people are looking for Mavic tends to be tipsy in higher winds. I'm just making up something.
Yeah.
Use that as your tags. Answer questions that people are looking for because the big channels don't do that. That gives you a better chance of being recommended. If you just use the term Mavic or DJI and that, you're putting yourself up against everybody that does it, and the big guys will always get recommended. You'll be on page 10 or page 18 or
So like one of the tags I should have used on my Hawk video might have been DJI Mavic 2 Zoom super stability for up close.
But you got to
or what-
research it. You got to look them up. That's where you use TubeBuddy and that, and it will give you rankings. When you put in keywords, it will tell you phrases that are the hottest right now.
Right.
You don't want to be at the top. You don't want to be at the bottom. You want to be in the middle. Like for you guys to do drones, you guys should really be capitalizing, especially in the States. Lots of people visit counties, flying in such a county, flying by such and such a mountain or hill or something that people look for when they're traveling, because you guys can bring in a lot of people that are looking to travel in those areas.
Yeah. Andrew and all the gang, let's look at what Dalton Drone and Discovery Zone wrote. Has anybody been approached by Lad Bible or Bible requesting you for the videos?
Not that one, but there's lots going around like that. Yeah, you want to be very careful. Some will give you the reference and stuff for using it. Most will offer, if they offer you money, a lot of times it's gonna be like $25, and then they own the rights to what you have, and they can even come back and strike you
Yes.
for having it. They're not usually a good benefit for you most times.
Wow.
You know, not to insult anybody. This is me included, all of us in here right now. Right now, we don't have anything earth-shattering enough for a good big company to come and approach us. So most times they're doing it's for their own benefit. They'll make montage videos and stuff like that. But, you know, it each their own. Just be very careful what you agree to.
I got
YouTube's
a
a very
few
shady
emails
place.
from Adobe stock, and when I didn't answer them, they actually got mad.
Really?
Yeah, the last email to me is, we've contacted you several times. You're ignoring us, blah, blah, blah.
But do they want something serious or just your opinion on something? Or
No, they wanted to use my videos.
oh well, then piss on them. It's yours. They can get as mad as they want. If you don't want to answer them, don't answer
So
them.
when you respond back, give them the name of your attorney.
Yeah, exactly. They're quite rude, I must say.
You got a $200 offer? Well, if that's worth it to you to lose the rights to your own video. Yeah, he refused it. Not worth it. Right.
And I mean, everybody has a right to do it if they want to. I would never knock somebody for it. Just make sure you know what you're agreeing to before you go and sign on the dotted line.
Yeah, and if it gets real complicated, I'd get an attorney to draft something up that says you still own the rights to it, but they are granted the use of it.
And most times when you do that, unless you're a big guy, you're gonna spend the money in the attorney, and then they're not even gonna look at you. You know, you pretty much just decide whether it's worth it or not. And you know, I mean, hey, if you don't care much about the video, I mean, we've done stock photography and stock video, and that's what we've done on the sidelines as well.
Quicksilver is asking, any tips for FPV pilots at Pusa Studios?
For YouTube, I'm guessing, I would say that's where I find a lot are missing on, is capitalizing on the areas that you guys are flying into. Really use that your tags, work more on the locations that you're at, because a lot of people are looking to travel, and that's where you got to, I mean, people are amazed by drones once they're in there. So I would work more on that area because you have a better chance of drawing people in. I mean, don't put Johnny's Creek that you and 7 other people know that the name of it exists, but don't put, you know, Lake Michigan. You want to find something in the middle that draws people in, you know, a well-known river or well-known hill, or I don't know, landmark that's around it, or the county itself, because a lot of people search by counties, not so much here in Canada. Yeah, exactly. But you don't want to go too big either, like, because then you're once again putting yourself into the mix. You know, if you're in, I don't know,
like maybe along Lake Michigan at Ludington.
Well,
yeah, that's researched. Sorry.
Now, Paul, this would go to you too, because I have been avoiding that, because then when you go into stats, it renames your channel an entertainment channel, or what was a travel channel. They had me down travel channel.
Right. But it depends what you want to do with your channel. Sometimes you can get more of a jump on what you do, unless you're more based in drones, talking about drones, you know, if you're doing tech work with it, then you might want to avoid that stuff more. Yeah. You can always curve that type of thing later on if you want to. If you're getting good traction from it, you know, and you say get 20,000 views every video because they like what you're shooting, they still like what you're shooting, you know, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it's like when I did brand new Navy ships that were built up in Minnesota would come down here to go out into the ocean to go into service. I would shoot those ships come passing through, and I'd get 10, 15,000 views
Right. Exactly.
because I titled it USS Detroit or
Yeah. Proper FPV says a lot of people search by hotel names.
Yes. Hotel names is a big one as well. Exactly.
Really?
Yep.
And
Mhm.
GCM Drones marks down my hashtag my backyard.
A great example of it is like I had a collection of our videos from like live streams where we hit between 1,000 to 10,000. We had them all live, and we made a playlist with it. And nobody cares about milestones to go watch it. They couldn't care less. But then after thinking about it for a bit, well, people care about channel growth. So then I started researching what do people look for when they want to know about channel growth. And the number one question is how to grow your YouTube channel. So I wrote that into it. And then the second one was that what's the number one growth strategy? So I wrote that into the search title. So I remarketed it that way, even though that's not what it was initially meant for. It got a lot more eyes on it than if I had done it on milestones, which nobody was going to give a shit about.
Yeah.
So it's making it palatable to the algorithm, so it recommends to more people. Because I was answering a question. If I just wrote channel growth, I'm competing against Nick Nimmons, Daryl Eves, everybody never to be seen. But that way gave us an edge into it, you know, because we were answering a direct question that they didn't have on their channels. Was that question to be answered?
Exactly. That's why I didn't want to be labeled a travel channel. I mean, I'd be lost. I'd be buried.
But you know, a lot of people just like to see the sights and that, and you know, if you're okay with it, I mean, you can get a lot of views just from people wanting to see the areas, you know. I wander on sites like that all the time, and it's like,
yeah,
oh, wow,
because
that's kind of cool.
Andrew, even if he's labeled a travel channel, if he puts in there a designation of where he's flying, it will search by that too, right?
Of course. I mean, it's still going to help, and you can still put in DJI, and you can still put, you know, Mavic and heavy winds and stuff, whatever you choose to. It doesn't change your channel so much in that one. It's whatever you're getting the most success out of. That's the thing.
Hey, Eastad, how you doing? Good evening.
Hey,
Nice to see you, Eastad.
Happy New Year, bud. Oh my God, the kids are singing, doing the dishes.
Delta drone and discovery zone. Plenty of high altitude drone videos on YouTube. If you can video lower altitude of an interesting place, it will be more interesting.
Well, definitely, exactly. You got to think of the layman viewer. You know, not everybody's a drone fanatic, and if you want to bring in more views that way,
yeah.
For me to go watch it, I'm okay. Wow, this thing's up really high, and then that's gone in about 5 seconds, and we've on next. You know, but I mean, if you're shooting like, you know, field landscapes, you know, you got Jagger Scott and all those guys. I mean, that do fantastic work. You know, that really keep you captivated. What it's got nothing to do with you're a drone guy or not. It's just amazing footage to watch.
I think
Michael Reynolds, how you doing? Michael Banny, how you doing? I'm glad to see you here. Michael McReynolds, Michael Banny. Sorry, I was gonna say hi a while ago, and
sure.
but everybody chatting, I forgot.
Okay, John, you're up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that with FPV freestyle videos and maybe even some drone videos in general, it's things are so saturated that and you see this with the FPV stuff. Like you used to just be able to make an FPV video just about anywhere, and people would do crazy stuff, you know, dive buildings and do all the stuff you shouldn't be, but you'd get views. Now people do that stuff, and it's like nobody cares, you know.
Yeah.
You need to have like a really popular FPV channel. Now you have to be doing something like above and beyond. I don't even really know if like location will really. I mean, it'll help, but
It's a hook. You like TV, you need a hook.
Yeah.
We're in the entertainment business, whether anybody wants to admit to it or not. And we're the same as if you sat around a CBS boardroom in the 80s or wherever. We're doing the same thing. And we're here. People are here to be entertained in one facet or another. That's what we're here to do. As soon as we decide to be on YouTube, we want to entertain somebody, whether it's make them laugh, make them cry, and make them interested, you know. And there is, and that's not just with you guys. I mean, even the knitting channels have done it all in the knitting channels. You know, there's a saturation in every niche there is on YouTube. And the ones that stand out are the ones that find a way to do something different. And it doesn't have to be grandioso. Sometimes the littlest tweaks make a huge difference. Just something that catches the eye of them. Think
And
outside the box.
Andrew, you're a proponent of you need to be on Twitter and stuff too, right?
Mhm.
Thank you so much, East Dad, for that. Much appreciated, my friend.
Okay, Roger. Let's see the cheer.
Yep.
Super chat, super chat, super chat. Yay, go.
Now that I don't get tired of, I gotta tell you, I like watching this. Yeah.
Thank you, Dad.
Ksenia liked it the other day too.
Oh no, she's quite proud of him. She's quite proud of him.
Hey, Drone Shots, how you doing? Drone Zone, stop doing capitals. JDS does it because he's having poor eyesight and he has to do capitals, but you do not have to do capitals. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay.
Well, quality, that depends on what you have available to you. Not everybody has
No, not. I'm sorry. I love you, Jim, but I gotta stop you there. Anybody can do anything with nothing. I've seen channels that are doing amazing things on a budget of just a cell phone, and that's it. That's all. Just got to think outside the box. Just got to relook at what you're doing, see it through different eyes.
I gotta say, I don't know what drone channel they're talking about though that uploads in 240p.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know who they're talking about. Like what drone channel right now is uploading in 240p?
You can do it. Yeah, there's all kinds. I mean, we're just an example for our story was we were just talking about that last night actually. Went and looked at what everybody was doing and not looking, well, what's guy is hot right now so I can do the same as him. What are people doing wrong? What have they been missing along the way? What's bothering people the way they do it? What can be? That's exactly what we did. We had a couple of channels that were doing kind of a bit like we do, and we went in a completely different direction based on, okay, well, they're not doing this, so we're going to do that. They're forgetting that, or they're doing this, they don't like it, so we're not going to do it.
East Dad, I hope you're doing good. Yeah. Oh, Drone's on. Sorry, guy. I'm going to put you on a timeout again. I'm sorry.
Have a good night, East Dad. That was really cool. Yes. Good job.
So you're supposed to be 18 years old. You're supposed to understand life, my kid. Sorry about that.
Oh, there's some that are 60 and don't understand life. It's not just the youngins.
Are you talking about me again, Andrew?
No. You understand life, Paul.
Well, Brandon, no, that's Drone's on. Those timed up by Brandon. Okay, thank you, Brandon. Okay.
Michael McGrane will say, "What's going on, man?"
And Jim, I hope you know, I didn't mean that to be rude. I hope you know that what I meant was just don't ever sell yourself short. Just think of what you can do, things that are amazing. There's options galore out there.
I was simply talking about the FPV guys. They, you can buy a $20 camera and not get the same quality as the other cameras available.
We have a channel, Arta Morbid. He's from Chicago, a musician, and that does a lot of street vlogging and that. He's a real high-end photographer, and he does all of his vlogs in black and white on a $150 camera he bought, a 4K one that fits in the palm of his hand. And everybody thinks he's blocking out the sun. And this guy does some of the most amazing videos I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
You know? It's there's a lot of things. I'm missing the woman, Andrew.
Yeah. At the end of the day, when it comes to FPV and drones these days, you've got to, you either have to have a new piece of hardware that everybody wants to see, and you're going to maybe have 2 weeks. You got to capitalize on that for 2 or 3 weeks. Right. Because I know friends of mine who bought like the Mavic Mini and stuff, and all they have to do is upload a Mavic Mini video. It could be anywhere, and the views are just coming in.
Yeah.
But
or
if you don't
accessory for it or something stupid. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just saying, or an accessory for it, or Dustin taking it out 5 miles because he's in Hawaii. He can do that,
Yeah.
Well, Dustin is a little different because that's like his thing. It's like he's got that thing that people come to his channel for. That he's kind of defined himself on that.
But you see, when you're in a niche, you got to make a decision with your channel. Either you're going to be for your niche or you're going to be for the mass. That's how you market yourself. And if you're in the niche, you're going to have to be high on the technology of whatever it is, on everything coming out ahead of the game, and focus on that one.
Yeah.
If you're doing for the masses, like even with you guys with FPV and that, I always tell people when somebody gets up on the wheel that's an FPV channel, I always say it's like the dirt bikes of drones. That's my way of selling it to layman's terms, to people who don't know what it is. And there's excitement into it, but then you have to start adding better music, better cinematography to it. Editing is all going to be key if you want to keep the layman viewer watching. But that's like that in anyone, whether it's model trains, whether it's mechanics, you're going to decide who you want to mostly market for.
Yeah, and I mean it's a hard thing to make work. I mean, Rotor Riot. I know Rotor Riot has had hard times making stuff like that work because I remember, I forget who said it, like after the flight at Chernobyl, the FPV flight at Chernobyl, I think I can't remember if it was Chad Nowak or what. I think they were like, well, what the hell do we do after this? Like what is going to be our draw after flying at Chernobyl?
Yeah. That's a hard one to top for sure. But like all things come out and then people find new stuff and it comes around, and it mightn't be always on the exciting part either. It's more on sometimes on the innovative, I mean, it's hard to sit here and brainstorm with it all on a panel right now, but I don't know. What if you did like a murder mystery, who done it, but it's all done by drone guys, searching different areas, flying in and checking for clues with a drone. There's all these different ways or collaborating is a fantastic way. Somebody who creates great classical music, collaborate with, or somebody who does artwork, or there's collaborations are a great way to expand and get more people in.
Absolutely.
I was working tonight. I got some more wiring. I did some more work on the Frankenstein stand. Now I got to rewire everything again tonight. I was trying to come up with a solution. So there's a stand the way it is now.
Holy cow.
And it's not done yet. The webcam is laying down and the main camera's up, but the webcam is laying by the mic. But I wanted something, so I put in a slider and I inverted it tonight. Like it's made for a tripod, so I inverted it through, reversed everything. And now it's going to work as a main slider. See, now it will slide back and forth as well as front and center.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been really... This thing cost me way more money than I thought it was going to.
Ingenuity.
Yeah. It's that farm boy attitude kicking in, Because not one piece is used the way it's supposed to be used, because everything is sitting on a monitor frame to begin with. And like I put in blower fan underneath here. I got off Amazon for cooling off because I have some heating issues for our full show.
Yep.
So that way it blows in direct air into it, but with being pretty discreet. But there's those muffles on the side, and I wanted something to dampen the fan so it wouldn't go through the frame. So I remembered my drumming days. I bought some cymbal muffles and cut them down to size and put them onto it. So, and it dampens out the fan to keep the vibrations out from the camera. So, but it's coming along. That's a
lot of different pieces right there.
Yep. I would hate to do that anywhere.
Yeah, but then I got watch you guys in FPV sitting there soldering and everything. And I'm like, oh my God, what a nightmare. I would go into I'd be a drunk by the end of it trying to calm my nerves. So
yeah. Well, I think soldering is a lot easier than all that.
Hats off to you guys, believe me.
Andrew, in that full picture, who was that handsome guy on the TV monitor?
Oh, I don't know, some riffraff. I don't know. I got I think it was America's Most Wanted. Yeah, no, I definitely no, not a character I want to meet in a bad part of town.
There. Yeah.
He was the original manager for Eminem on 8 Mile back in Michigan. That's when I got Eminem his start.
And I got paid peanuts too.
That's right. That's not drone money. That's M&M money he's throwing around.
Hey, Wakey RC. Okay, Brandon is in the house. Michael McReynolds, above and beyond's on the panel.
The whips and chains.
Wakey RC. Mana, Centroid. We have Adrian, Matteo, Drones. We have Delta Drone Zone. Delta Drone and Discovery Zone. Sorry about that. We got quite a few people in tonight, guys. So thank you, everybody, for being here. And don't forget to hit that like button, everybody. Thank you so much.
But yeah,
Paul,
it's
You're not doing your mana, Paul?
Oh, jeez.
all right. Here we go.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, let me get that
Sorry,
little mute
sorry.
button going.
Get that little mute button here. Okay.
Yeah. At least now with the puppets, we got more time to get ready, so that's good.
Phenomena.
Well, there we go.
Phenomena. Phenomena.
There you go. Thank you, Paul, so much for that.
It's okay to come back now, Andrew.
There we go. That was good, Paul. Good rendition.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't. As Jim asked, you know.
Please don't ask again.
That song will now stick in your head all night.
Not mine. Never heard a word.
Hey, everybody, check out Proper FPV. I think what he says here, he only needs 4 more to his 1.5K.
I just checked, buddy. I still got
checked
to.
that. I've got them too.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Guys, make sure to check each other. There's a lot of purging going on. It only takes a minute while you're talking to everybody and see. New one here, Brandon Rain.
Yeah, Brandon.
Detroit's
Yeah,
here.
He's from I think Philly. No, not Philly, but Pennsylvania.
Oh,
Centroid, Andrew's brothers in the
Yeah,
chat.
yeah, he's in that chat. I sent Troy a link. I don't know if he wants to come in or not. He's probably gonna hide.
Paul and Xenia are the exact same for setups. You guys are like right out of a 1970s sitcom. I kid you not. Oh, Mark is here, Andrew. Did you?
Well, we don't want you to miss out on family.
Xenia does it all the time to me. It drives me crazy and that, you know. Okay, guys, let's spin the wheel. But didn't you want to talk about where they come from first? Yeah, that would be a great idea.
Manic Magic, how you doing?
Manic Magic, he's asking for it again, I think.
Trevor.
Or Miss Piggy. Everybody's talking about Miss Piggy. You don't have Miss Piggy in there, do you, Paul?
Mark started it. He said, I think that is a deranged Miss Piggy.
Okay, Brandon lives here near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Good to meet you. Good to meet you. No problem. We're all in it together, guys.
Okay, Centroid. Mana.
Oh, Jesus.
Mana.
You know what the pink one really reminds me of?
It's
What?
okay.
Birdo from Mario. Does anyone know?
Yeah.
Familiar with that?
No.
Don't do that again, Paul. That was dirty. I feel entrapped.
Kate is not in to guilt me on the panel. I'll just hackle from the side. Okay.
Heckle or
Yeah.
hackle?
Hackle. Okay, Adrian. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Yep. So everybody, check out
We're not-
everybody's channels. Make sure you got them all supported. Don't forget to hit that like button, everybody. You making coffee, Kim? Okay.
Kim's being quiet. He doesn't want to get picked on.
I'm looking at Adrian's, see what he's saying, wondering why he wasn't coming on. Says he's kind of busy. All right, we see how you are.
I sent him 3 links this morning. He didn't even come on this morning.
I think he did change that email. It's that Kiki one now at Yahoo.
Yeah.
I was sending him links last night and they were going to the wrong email.
Wakey says he needs aspirin. Thanks, Wakey.
Can I have some wakey? North of 54. How are you?
So, Andrew, what do you use when you go live? Do you use OBS straight?
Yeah, straight OBS. Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to learn. I said then I'll go to Streamlabs after, but I don't know. I just like I like making my own layouts. I like having the control over it. But maybe it's my God complex. God only knows. But I just find it's easier for me for what I do in the end. So.
Hey, Andrew, that's another question. Somebody brought that up a while back, and I wanted to file it away in my numbskull. But do new channels, they need to think about what they name their channel, because you lose. It's not good to be changing your name and stuff, right?
You don't want to do it too much, that's for sure. You want to get set early on. I mean, for marketing, for if you want to do merch, I would get, that was our biggest mistake, is not getting into merch and that earlier. But yeah, you definitely want to get settled. And it's just like a business. Once again, if you're Tom's Hardware and the next week you're Bob's Fitness and the week after that you're, you know, Gerald's General Garage. I mean, how does anybody know where to find you or what you're about? You know,
Right.
You got to have an identity. If you're at 200 subscribers, 300 subscribers, by then you should have a little bit of an idea what you want to do on here, but you want to try and get it settled in pretty quickly. Because sometimes it's like going to college. You come into YouTube, oh, I'm going to do a baking channel. That's all I ever wanted. And then you realize, well, it's not quite what I thought it was. But yeah, you got to find something pretty soon. It's great to see you too, North of 54. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Yes, have a
Thank
good
you for
night.
being
Too.
here.
Still need to check out his channel. I have his channel up, so I'll be watching it later.
Good channel.
North of 54. I hadn't seen him before.
We met
North of 54 cinematography.
like 2 months ago, I think.
Very good channel, guys. Check him out
Mhm.
if you don't have him there.
I automatically wonder if he meant Studio 54.
It
At
did.
least Andrew knows what I'm talking about.
Yep, the polyester. Yeah. Paul, you ever go there? Studio 54.
Studio 50.
Yeah.
I got a picture of Paul in there.
No, just Studio Pusa. I've been
Studio
there.
Pusa. Oh my god.
I always think that my channel name is good. I don't know. I've changed my name to shorten it. It was Above and Beyond Global Drones, and then I shortened it to Above and Beyond Drones because some people don't have that when they're using an iPad or the phone, they can't type in your name or it doesn't come in.
That's why it's so bad on YouTube. Like if say your name has a comma into it, or
Period or
apostrophe or anything like that, it's
Yeah.
enough for YouTube not to find you. It's the second biggest search engine in the world, but as far as its search engine within it, it's horrible. It's really bad. So yeah, you definitely want to name, once again, like real life. Look at Nike, look at Ford, Frigidaire. I mean, all these names are all usually 1-2 words, easy to remember. Ours is hard. Like if we had known we were going to do live streams, we would have never went with Pusa Studios in a million years. But that was something we fell into, and it was just too late to change. But
Hey, Curtis is
Hey,
here.
Curtis, what's going on?
What's going on, guys?
oh, there he is. He was hiding. I just seen there. Now I can see him. Hey, Curtis, how are you?
Oh, time to switch hats.
What's up? Oh,
Yeah.
I know they look the same.
You know what we were talking about last night, Andrew, is that AI you were showing for the thumbnails.
mhm.
Remember that AI? It says your head is tilted 30 degrees. You're 40% smiling.
Yep. Well, it found out those words in the back we had faded that was on my laptop screen at 10%. It was able to read the words I didn't even know were there. It took us 5 minutes to
Guys,
hear
go
what
get
they're
my
coming.
coffee.
Yep, that's how YouTube is reading them. That's why they're so important. Everything matters. That was proof of it once again.
Funny enough, Jim, I just got off the phone with Adrian.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why he was busy.
Yeah.
You're forgiven, Adrian. Why didn't you come on last night, Curtis?
I was dog tired. I was exhausted, and I didn't even see. I didn't have Facebook open. I got up this morning and I saw that you had sent me a link.
I did it live last night, and that had to be the first time, and I swear.
Good night, Mark Centroid. Have a good one.
Oh, good night, buddy. You take care.
Night, Centroid.
Night, Mark.
Enjoy the green
Night,
hat.
Mark.
I was hoping to see the green hat. I thought you'd come on.
The green hat.
Yeah, he
That
told me he
was
had
the
a green
orange
hat
hat.
for me. No,
The
tonight he has a
orange
green.
hat.
He has a green one on tonight. He said for me, but
Oh.
left it to the imagination, I guess. So
That one was brighter than his 3D
Well, the last
printing.
one was
he lit up the night sky.
Hilton Drone and Discovery Zone, I began doing more than just drone videos and rebuilds. So it was time to name change. Okay.
So Jim, you're going to have to up your game a little bit here on your videos because just like Philly Drone Life, I'm going to start helping Adrian now.
It's okay with me.
How you doing, Curtis?
I'm doing good. Roger, how you doing this evening?
Not bad, not bad.
how are things on the West Coast?
West Coast is rainy. What else can you expect though? It's that time of
Rogers
year.
got snowy all day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a little bit of snow, a little bit.
This is the crap we've been having all day here.
We never got we never got any of it.
You serious?
Nope.
Damn you.
Wow.
Your circus.
Tonight's
That's why I
video,
get-
Roger?
Eh?
Is that
That's right.
is that tonight's video?
That's right now live,
It's been
right
like
now.
it's been like that since 12 o'clock this afternoon.
Really?
Yeah.
Roger, you ought to try that for one of your live streams. Just play your camera outside because that looks pretty wild when I'm watching it.
Yeah, it's got a Star Wars look to it, the whole thing.
Yeah. It's like there's a war going on in front of your house or in back of your house.
Yeah, it's been like that since 12 o'clock this afternoon, so it hasn't stopped.
And the forecast for tomorrow morning, pretty much the same.
Yep. I live in a higher elevation, so and I live in the east. I'm closer to the Derby line border near Vermont and all that.
But you're up in the mountains because of there. That's also why you're a higher
Yeah.
elevation.
Yeah. Let's see.
Good night, Brandon.
Everybody, Brandon, you're already going. Where's Brandon going?
Good night, Brandon. It was good to meet you.
Okay, Brandon, have a good one.
Yeah,
Sorry
Brandon,
about that.
have a good one.
Everybody, I open up a Patreon channel or page. So whatever you can do, guys, it'll help out the channel also.
Roger needs a little bit more equipment to get him over the hump here.
Yeah.
And this
I'm trying
way,
to do- I'm not gonna try to do like Andrew, but
well, this way Google doesn't take 30%. Or YouTube
I wish I hadn't done like Andrew by times either. So don't feel
yeah, that's it. Google doesn't take 30% now. So it's it's a one-time payment by month. It goes good. Quicksilver. Okay. Love to rip FPV, Phantom FPV.
What are you going to do, Curtis? Make an intro for Adrian?
Oh yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Hey, Rigor Mortis, how you been doing?
Hey,
Yeah.
good to see you, Rigor Mortis. How are you?
That'd be great if he was in the
Oh,
rig.
wow, super chat, super chat, super chat, super chat. Thank you, Curtis. Thank you. But it's
I know you
dance,
don't get
though. No dance. No dance.
Yeah, not for $2. Not for $2. I get that, but that's the only downside of doing it on Patreon is we don't get the super chat dance.
Rigor Mortis, I just had to rejoin your channel.
Are you serious? I'm gonna better check his out then again.
Yes, sir.
I know I gotta ring your bell though.
Hmm.
There you go. I just rang your bell.
Little note though to everybody: make sure you only ring bells for people you do plan to watch on a regular basis.
Yeah.
because that can hurt a channel as well. It
Yep.
shows lack of interest. So because you're refusing it. So just make sure it's for ones that you plan to watch in a pretty good succession.
Really?
Doing good there, rigor mortis. Yeah.
Like a side note that people don't realize a lot of times, say you have your account, okay, for us Puzzle Studios. Before, my daughter used to get on, and sometimes she'd be on our account without realizing it, watching her shows, her stuff. That can hurt you as well. You should keep your account and basically watch what you need to watch for your channel within your channel's interests, etc. And then if you go over, just say you want to watch a crime documentary later on, you should have another account to watch all that stuff. You shouldn't be watching it with your main account, because that can affect too how you're put out with your videos is by what you're watching as well. So it starts recommending your stuff to topics that to people that aren't interested in what you do. So you know what I mean? Like you didn't hear, okay, I'm a drone channel. I'm going to go and watch Above and Beyond, Curtis, etc. Paul. Now I want to go watch, I don't know, a prison documentary. It's time to go in and log in the other account and watch it on there.
Let me ask you a stupid question, Andrew.
There's no stupid questions.
My TV in the house has Google Chromecast on it, and my granddaughter, who's 11, watches YouTube on it. But that is under my Google account. And
Well,
That
YouTube,
account gets the credit.
Yeah.
my YouTube is tied to my Google, right? So is
Yeah,
that
but when you're logged into it, you're logged in. When you go on that YouTube,
Yes,
it's saying Above and Beyond.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would change that. I would definitely make another account, just a
Make
basic
an account
account.
for your wife or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just anything, just another account. Like, I have my Andrew B that I watch, my regular stuff. And then when I'm doing work stuff, I'll switch over to Pusa Studios and just jump between them.
okay? I didn't even think about that.
No, a lot of people don't. But that's true. Yeah, it's not something that people know a lot about. That's why I just mentioned
I'm not
it.
sure I just understood that, Andrew. Could you
Sure.
repeat that again? I mean, why are we switching? What's the benefit of switching the accounts? I mean, and having a different account?
Well,
to watch
because my
something?
granddaughter watches
Oh.
LOL doll videos. So when I come onto my Google account, I've got LOL doll recommendations on my page.
Which also means that the algorithm is looking where your videos are and starts sometimes recommending them out to people that would watch LOL dolls instead of people that are doing drone stuff and all that. So you're better off to keep your account, like think of it like a business account and a home account, and keep your channel account just for more what you do. Yes, you can spring out like, you come watch me, or you come watch, I don't know, Farmwell Fanatic or somebody, like, because they're watching yours, or back and forth. But most times you're going to try to avoid, going too far out of your spectrum. You're better off logging out, going to your personal account for your regular stuff you watch, especially
Okay.
like for the bigger shows. And like my daughter, because if she's watching 5 hours, the same with your granddaughter, Jim, if they're watching 5 hours of Barbies or whatever,
Yep.
that's making it harder when you go back on to get your videos out more to where you want them to go. It's not the be all end all, but it has been seen, like they've done tests and have shown it can manipulate your recommendations some for your own work. So very true.
Oh, yeah,
I
it
just said.
certainly does on the recommendations. Yeah.
Mhm. So, yeah, the boss just jumped in, put her 2 cents worth. Between going to get coffee. I found it a while.
Well, I think I'm safe on that one, because I'm pretty much like, I watch like NASA videos and tutorials and drone videos.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. If you're watching 90%, it's a lot of us that have families, like young kids and stuff like that. Or say like you and your wife are watching, your wife watches anything to do with what you're doing, then she's better off having a separate account or making a separate one for viewing.
Well, we just got this new 75-inch TV that
Sorry.
Has Chromecast on it, right?
yeah, it has Chromecast, it has Netflix and all that fun stuff. And it asks you, did you want to set up separate accounts? And we set up 3 separate different accounts. I didn't think about it at the time, but that makes a lot of sense. But we just did it by accident.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm talking about,
You can set
Curtis.
up a family account under yours, and it also doesn't
Talk in
count.
there if you're going to say it.
You can set up a family account as well, and then whatever they're watching under yours, but under family account, is not going to be visible in the history of your channel.
Oh, I didn't have a choice. They went ahead and did it. My daughter jumped in there and set up 3 different accounts.
Oh, whoa, okay.
You know, those kids, they know more than we do nowadays.
I
Oh,
know,
yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
know. now.
Oh,
Yes.
So
You know-
I was sitting here listening to Andrew going, wait a minute, we've done that. I don't know why we did that, but now that Andrew explains it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's a good thing that she did that. So yeah,
That's smart kids.
good for my daughter.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty much like 3 different subjects. I'll do the occasional oddball movie review or something like that. You know, what's coming up, or if my wife says, let's go watch a movie, I'll go watch a review on it to see if it's something I want to watch or something like that. But yeah, my suggested videos are pretty much right down the line to what I like. There's an oddball one here every once in a while.
Yeah. But that's good then. I mean, like I say, in that one scenario, you're pretty good onto it. But yeah, for some people, especially with kids, it can really mess it up a lot. And that's one of those things they don't announce. That's the deep dive into YouTube thing that starts to come out, is those things. But no. So
I
if you
hate
get
that.
your
I hate that.
recommendation-
I really hate that they know my age, because now they're sending me ads that are like stuff that I don't really want to know about, but I probably need to know about.
God, we had what's the other one? Not Viagra. The other one, the other pill. They promoted our channel for 3 months in the fall. I don't know what the hell happened, but we became their star advertiser.
My wife just went through surgery and had a tooth replaced, and it's where they pull the tooth out and they put a metal thing in and they screw a new one in place of it.
Yeah, Xenia just said that.
She had her tooth cracked. All of a sudden I'm getting ads for that.
Yeah.
Because I went on Google and did a search, and it was like, I want to know what this process is. What is she going to go through? What can I expect? And now I'm getting ads for that. And I'm going, what the heck?
Yeah, and there's a little bit, what's worse that's going on right now? They've done some tests and they're starting to see that even, does everybody know what incognito mode is?
Yeah.
You can go in your browser, go under incognito, and it's not supposed to save your history when you're done. People
Right.
are not, but they've done some tests. They've gone in incognito mode, looked up some very specific things they hadn't looked up before. And within a couple hours, they started to get recommended ads after they logged out and went back to their regular account. So they are even now seem to be breaking their own laws and basing your history on what you do, even in incognito mode.
Oh boy. I just did something bad.
Oh God, when incognito mode and something bad.
So let me preface this by saying, Jim, are you going to CES?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Jim and I have a couple of friends that are all going to CES here in the next couple of weeks. And one of them was joking with me today, talking about, because there's an app you can download and it shows all the different booths and stuff. And one of them said all the latest sex toy technology.
And
And
you
I was like, oh.
downloaded that app, right?
No, I did not download the app. I did not download the app, but I was joking about it. And I says, yeah, we should all go get robotic sex dolls and do reviews on them. And we all we're on Facebook. We kind of giggled about it and that was it. And I thought, wait a minute, somebody's got to be doing a review. So I went and searched it. And sure enough, there are people doing sex doll, robotic sex doll reviews.
Oh, definitely.
And it's women doing the reviews.
Because half of them are robotically having sex.
I don't know why or what, but it was like, I could not believe it, but I thought, it's out there. Somebody's got to be doing a review on it. So what the heck? I'm not going to give you any links, guys, but I did search for it today. It does exist. It will be at CES. Good luck, Jim.
I thought CES was this Monday.
Yeah, I thought so too.
7th, yeah.
It's Tuesday through Saturday.
Yep.
Oh, that's okay. I thought it was only for like one day or something.
No.
It's a week-long event.
Yeah.
You would walk yourself silly there.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's in 3 different buildings.
Big buildings.
Yeah, wings. They've got, I forget what they call them, whether they're sections or whatever.
But Jim, we did get Telly out there. So we took up a donation. We got some money together for him, and we're going to get Telly Scott out there as well. So you'll get a chance to meet him as well.
Are you going, John?
So no, no. I would love to one day though.
I went twice when we had the music, when I worked for that music company, but I've never been back to it. The stuff now must be like mind boggling.
It'll be so much to digest,
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, when you take any one
2 of those.
take any one single product that you enjoy And I'm talking about the product, not just the overall like drones, just a single product that you enjoy or you're interested in. You can spend an hour just asking questions about that one product. Now you start thinking about all the different booths, and each booth has 30 different products.
Yeah.
It is a lot to digest and come away with. I watch a lot of the CES videos that come out afterwards, and guys are doing reviews of this or this product's coming out, that product. And I'm like, how did you absorb all this information? You know, how did you put it all together? You know?
Yeah,
It's
because
a
you
lot.
see an item and you always have a question about it. Well, will it do this? You
Yeah.
know.
Exactly.
I'll wait to hear from you guys about the X Dynamics Evolve 2 that they're going to introduce at CES. So
Is that two prop thing?
no.
That's the one.
Remember the one that
That's the
Harry
that's the
has
sex doll you were
top
talking
off?
about a while ago.
Okay. That's probably the name of it.
Yeah, that's-
I just can't believe I did a search for it. And it was like, my curiosity got the best of me. So now it's going to start popping up as ads and in my feed. And
Yeah.
my wife will go on my account like, what the heck is this?
Oh, my wife would know because I'd be like, Xenia, you got to see this. Come here, come here, come here, come here. I'd be like,
No,
a kid in a
I was
candy
doing-
store. Yeah.
I was actually doing research for Adrian.
She's gonna be like, "Are you trying to tell me something, Curtis?"
No, I'm telling her I was doing research for Adrian.
Adrian, how are you?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
Good.
Hey, Adrian.
He walks in and we throw him under the bus from
Yeah.
the very first minute.
That's right.
So did you
He's used to it. He's used to the abuse.
Adrian, did you get the link on your Yahoo account?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Okay, because I sent it to okay, good.
Yes, sir. Hey, Jim, I'm tired of your mustache. You need to cut that off. I'm tired of it now.
Paul calls it my porn stash.
Yeah.
it's a stash.
So what was the Jim? What was the deal with your hair? I kind of caught some of that last night.
Okay, here's what happened. Well,
Tell the truth. Tell the truth, Jim. Tell the truth.
I did the just for men on the mustache because it was all gray, right? And about 2 weeks ago, we were it was dark. It was like almost black. So then I said, okay, well, I got to do the hair to the same color as the mustache. So I got Clairol. He calls it boys to men. It's just for men. So I did this Clairol number 6 and look at my hair color. And look at the mustache.
Oh no.
The carpet don't match the drapes.
Right.
Well, he hasn't even gotten down to the basement carpet yet.
Because it says leave it on for extra time if your hair is gray. So I did.
But the black, when it went black that time, did you use the John DiNardo color? Is that what happened, or what?
DiNardo color. St. John, as we like to call him.
Yeah, just sitting there all kind of coy in the front of the box, or stroking his beard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where is John?
And thank you, Quicksilver. Yes, Cialis. Thank you so much. Yes, Cialis advertised with us for about 3 months straight. Everybody coming in.
Yeah.
See if I get. So I'm on YouTube. You're watching us. Nope, no sex doll suggestion videos. Okay, good.
Well, let me help you out with that.
Adrian.
Let's all use Curtis's email when we go to the channels.
Everybody check out everybody's channels, guys, and don't forget to hit that like button on the way in or way out.
On my recommended videos, I have 3 of them from Canadian Drone Hub.
Eh?
That's wild.
All you guys need to do is when you go out to the CES, you go over to the sex toys section and you just tell them you're Curtis Dart. You know, just tell them all you're Curtis Dart.
No. See, I'm doing research for Adrian.
Adrian.
Hey, not on sex. I don't need nothing. No, I'm good with that. I don't need your help when it comes to that, Curtis. Thank you. Maybe Jim.
No. So Jim is going to CES, and we were doing a little bit of research to see what was all at CES. There's actually an app that you can download for CES 2020, and one of the guys that's going was talking to me on Facebook and said, "Hey, did you know that they actually have robotic sex dolls that are going to be there?" And I was like, "Really? Okay, so it is a technology show, so okay, why not?" And then I thought, well, if they have that, then somebody's got to be doing reviews on it, right? So I went on YouTube and searched it, and sure enough, there's a bunch of people doing reviews on sex dolls.
We're supposed to start getting hotels here in Montreal. There's 2 of them supposed to be launching. They applied for permits, and it's going to be a brothel, but with sex robots.
Oh,
My concern was, is this going to start showing up in my feed now as suggested videos?
I would hope. I would want to stay on top of this. I want to see where I don't get the negative in all this. Maybe I'm not coming in clearly or something. I'm completely lost.
Curtis is going to start getting invites to Montreal now.
Yeah.
Newfoundlander English family. How you doing? Nice to see you. Everybody check out their channel. It's all about their dogs. Check out our channel. Quicksilver, Above and Beyond, Mana, Dalton Drone, and Discovery Zone. Quicksilver, old guy on a bike.
Yeah, Montreal, old bike, old guy on a bike.
JDS. Everybody's in here, guys.
Stay on top of that.
Now, Curtis, did you notice when you talk about sex toys, how John see when his face is lit up? Did you see that?
Yep.
Well, he's going. I'm not going. He's the one that's going. I'm just trying to do a little research for the guys that are going so they'll know what to expect.
Sure, Curtis. Sure, okay.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just doing my part to help everybody out, you know.
You can always
Yes,
tell when Curtis doesn't look at the camera. He looks down. He's got that little smirk on his face.
So I got my cigar cutter.
That's his tail.
That's his tail.
When he looks down and it, it's like you can play poker with him. If he goes like that, he's bluffing.
Paul, you know me too well.
Phenomenal.
It's a good thing I don't play poker.
You never heard what my dream job was when I was in Latvia.
I think we all do.
Actually, I did. I remember something. There was a building you wanted to buy that
Yes.
was like a government building.
That's right.
I don't remember the whole story, but I remember parts of it. Yeah.
I wanted to become a vibrator repairman for the 70+ crowd. That was my dream.
There you go.
That's right. You know?
Oh, geez.
You know, your motor's running a little lean. Give her a kick.
Need a little boost in the 700 hertz area to get that
That's right.
special spot.
That's right. No, you got an American Electric plug on the end. That's
Dalton Drones.
Well-
This road down, guys.
Then you got to remove the crust too.
She was wondering what the heck. Oh God, Dalton.
So Dalton, it's technology that we're speaking about here. This is the future. We're talking about technology.
Poor Roger's like, I gotta get away from the subject. I gotta get away from the subject.
Well, you would think one of those.
Look at for kids, this one, that's for sure.
Yeah, one of those major manufacturers would send one up to the space station for him. You know.
Exactly. I agree. A couple of them, a 6-pack of them. Why not? You know, they deserve it. They're up there for a year.
Oh, Paul, what we're gonna do with you, sir?
ROV took on a new name.
Roger, look at it this way. There's no question about whether this video is made for kids or not.
But I want to know, since Jim's going to CES, are you going to look for a new TENS unit for Adrian? A more high technology one that doesn't start out on 20?
He likes it.
Oh, he does. Oh,
Who the hell told you that?
He could have set that dial to 0.
Adrian, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. I love you like a brother, but hey, that was the funniest thing I've ever
Your
seen.
face would be the perfect thumbnail for tonight, right there.
See, I got that thing put away right here. I'm not touching that thing. It's right there.
Oh,
right here.
Just broke
I'm
it.
not touching the thing. It's going right back in the box. There you go.
see, that's why Jim's going to go out there and find you a new high tech one.
He probably do. He owe me one anyway.
That's like a multi-billion-dollar industry. That's all that sex toy stuff. I wouldn't be I wouldn't
multi-billion
doubt for a minute.
billion with a B, big time.
Yeah.
You know.
No. You think drones are big?
Well, Roger knows the city we live into, and I've traveled a lot, and it's pretty hard to find a place more liberal than here, unless you go overseas. Like we have a Seduction. It's the size of a small Walmart, and it's just a sex boutique. The whole thing, it's gigantic, and they're all over the city here. They're littered with them. We have 2 things here: strippers and churches. That's what dots Montreal's skyline.
After they're done stripping, they go to the church and go, "What was I thinking?"
Well, that's Catholics for you, including
Oh,
myself.
that would be the Catholic church.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
You do it first, then you have the guilt and gotta
Yeah.
go to church.
Priest with a bunch of $5
I know
bills.
there's signs on the freeway there. Roger told us about that was in French. I didn't know what it meant. And he said it fornication, turn right, you know.
So Quicksilver, I know exactly what you're talking about, strangely enough.
Extremely entertaining in the grocery store.
Nacho, how you doing?
Oh God.
Yeah, I know. Those ears are burning.
Everybody else is catching up now.
Hey, Nacho Rolling, you know.
Operated.
Hey, Nacho Rolling. Paul Curtis, Above and Beyond Drum is the one that started all those sex crap. I didn't say a word.
Me neither. I didn't say nothing.
Hey, Mateo,
Yes, sir.
you know we're friends, right?
Oh, most definitely.
It didn't start until you came into the chat. You
That's
didn't
true.
have to say a word. It was like an aura thing.
Jim, you're talking too loud. Stop screaming, okay?
He's right, man. None of it started till you came.
Well,
Oh, Lord.
Curtis did the intro and okay.
Oh, my God.
Oh, that was good, Andrew.
My circuit.
All right, Andrew, you're on timeout now.
I'm always on timeout. I'm always in the doghouse. My own channel, this channel, everywhere. I'm on timeout. Oh my God.
And Nacho, no, you're not guilty for starting this conversation.
No, it's just funny how you came in at the right time, right moment.
Maybe it was the fact that you came in and we saw your name and that's why it started. I
Yeah.
don't know. Just saying.
Now that's funny.
No, we are gonna have to change subjects though, because we do have people in here that.
Yep.
Yeah. Subject change.
Well, since we're going to change subjects, I actually have to be getting off. I have some Googling to do.
That wrong phraseology there, John. Not getting off.
Yeah. You got some Googling to do.
Yeah,
Okay.
robot and CES. That's all you got to type. So.
Yep.
Guys, take care.
Good seeing
Later,
you,
John.
Take care.
John,
Remember,
Curtis, what did you start, Curtis? You see what you did?
No, you know, when I came on, I said, "Hey," I told Jim, I said, "You're going to have to up your game because I'm going to be helping Adrian out here with some video stuff." And then you showed up, and then it went downhill. I don't know. I don't understand.
Nacho, don't have to put any names, please. Thank you. Take out Val's name out, Nacho.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, have you been getting any rain over there? Man, it's storming over here.
no, it's just been windy as heck, so maybe it's coming down.
It's raining, windy. I mean, it's terrible over here.
I was telling Roger it's going to be freezing tomorrow, 43.
Nah, that's not cold.
I just found out that Jim and Adrian live within 2 hours of each other.
This is cold, Adrian.
You need to send me some of that over here.
Yeah, right. I wish the hell I could.
It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like in the morning.
I don't want to. Well, I don't shovel or nothing, so I'm okay. Got a snowboard, got a tractor, everything comes here. So
You got
does
heat
it
in the
your-
house. You're good to go.
Your landlord does it for you? Or?
oh no, it's a contractor. He does it every year here. He's been doing it for the past 10 years.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe your landlord was because of the farmer.
Well, if the guy comes in late, my landlord goes by 3 or 4 times. He'll stop with his tractor and he'll give it a shovel. That's it.
Mm.
But the rest is up to the other guy.
Hey, Curtis,
Yes, sir.
read what Rigor Murray said on the chat.
No, we're going to change subject there. Sorry about that.
Can you catch a computer virus from one of those robots?
So, have you guys heard about this thing going on in Colorado about all the drone swarms out there?
Yeah.
I think it's just a guy or a company just trying to figure out how to do the drone light shows. They're just practicing.
Most likely.
I don't
They've
think it's a
got
big deal.
They've got a IPP in Nevada, an FAA integrated partnership program in Nevada.
Well, there's been these the news is reporting these mass swarms of drones that are flying at different locations in Colorado.
Oh,
and
great.
And all it is, I mean, it's during the day. I think the guys are just trying to figure out how to use the grid system to do drone shows. That's all it is. Big deal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
They're
when
not.
When you're on the radar, everything is bad press. That's the problem. They'll take
Yeah.
anything they can run with. You know, look at the platform we're on to. We're talking, you know, YouTube follows the same thing. There's a million great things coming here. One bad thing happens, they'll run with it for weeks. I mean, drones are getting that same kind of coverage. It's just the news has a pick on it. And they're just salivating for the next new drone story to come out, makes everybody look bad.
It's amazing because they're putting the same technology in their cars and people love it. But you see the drone and they're scared of it.
Okay, so Nacho says, I am there now. I am in Yuma and they are here. Nope,
Yuma,
night
Arizona?
flying.
Yeah.
Oh, they are night flying.
Well, the ones I saw on the news reports were during the day.
Well, the reports I saw, they were talking about nighttime.
There's a Marine Corps Air Station in Yuma, Arizona. I was there for a couple of years, so they may be testing something militarily.
It's possible.
Who knows?
They're flying at night. Also, some are 6 feet in width. Wow.
Big.
So I recently was asked to kind of put together a deal between a guy that provides drone shows with a gentleman in Holland, and he wants to purchase his own stuff, and he was asking what are the pitfalls, what do you need to do, and all kinds of stuff like that. And I was lucky enough to kind of be able to sit in on the conversation. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It's not a cheap thing to get into by any stretch of the imagination. But there's a lot of practice that goes into it, and a lot of computer programming. But it's pretty much it's laid out in a grid system, and it's laid out into this 3D box system. If I was to get into it, I could definitely see going out into a field and doing it during the day. But a 6-foot drone, that would be a different story. And Rigor Mortis says they're flying at night, and some of them are 6 feet in width.
Well, they showed on the news
X class.
They showed on the news about a month ago. The big drones they're testing for Amazon and all that.
And they're flying in formation though too.
Yeah. This wouldn't be like an Amazon thing where it's just flying to a location. It's like 100 drones up in the air all at once, flying patterns and in formation and doing things together in a swarm, basically.
Intel's been doing that for about a year now with the drone shows. The Shooting Star program.
Yeah.
So
the guy, they did it with all the drones lined up and they made like a plane out of it. You can see it's like a plane taking off with it.
There was one that was for New Year's. It was in China, and they filmed it and they put it on TV. And there was people that were actually at the fireworks show. They had the fireworks show and the drone light show. And it came out on the news afterwards that the people that were at the show said there was no drone show there. What you saw was filmed 2 days earlier. But China is, of course, reporting it. Hey, we had this drone show during our New Year's event.
Yeah.
I seen a couple of weeks ago in Shenzhen, they flew a bunch of drones in formation. They flew it in the shape of a sex robot. It was pretty
cool. Apparently they did it for the Olympics too.
I'm sorry, Roger. I just
Here, check this link out, guys. Let's see. Check that link out.
You added up and you took it back down.
No, he put it in the chat.
Oh, you did? Oh, because something popped up and then you took it away. Okay.
Yeah, Shanghai's New Year drone show mystery. Yep, that's the one I was talking about.
That's technology for you, man.
Oh, I don't care when they did it; it's still amazing.
Yeah, to have that kind of control, it is.
2000, unbelievable. That is so cool.
Well, I did it again. I clicked on it in the chat.
The running guy is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like a few of the drones are like, we're late. We're late.
That's it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I don't care when they did it. I mean, they did do it at some point in time.
Yeah.
But then, you know, China's reporting the fallacy here is China's reporting that it happened at the event, which it didn't. The concern was there was going to be so many people there that it wouldn't be safe to do. Probably a good decision not to have it at that particular time.
And I mean, for China, that's just running a
Watching one
course.
where they had one fall. People were shooting lasers at them or something.
But we had the same thing for the Super Bowl, where we had the drone light show, and it was actually filmed before the event.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. That was a couple Super Bowls ago. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, everybody check out everybody's channels, guys. Make sure you still got them. And don't forget to hit that like button. And I open up a Patreon page, you guys, so you can check that out also at the same time.
Oh, Lord. Right on time. The guy that I was chatting with said he watched a few videos with Alice. She does great on her reviews.
Alice?
Yeah. We don't want to go. I'll tell you about it later. Roger wants to change the subject.
Alice in Wonderland, right?
Yeah.
Down the rabbit hole.
That's a heck of a lot of programming that goes into that.
I still have my countdown for Roger's show.
Yeah. So Andrew, when are you going on live now?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Yep. Back
the
on.
return. The return of Who's Studio.
Yeah. God, it feels like it's been about 1,000 years since we were last on. I don't even know how to do the wheel anymore. I don't know. Yeah, it's amazing on YouTube. It's like dog years. I swear to God. You're away for a couple of days. But yeah, we'll get it back up for tomorrow. I got to clean up all of OBS because I still even have all the Christmas stuff up from the last one we did.
Okay.
So I got to get that all done. But yep, back to it. We got some. There's gonna be a lot of new news coming out, guys, on YouTube. A lot of new stuff. So we're gonna be doing a lot of features probably the next 2-3 weeks. So
yeah.
So Adrian, how are things down in the Caribbean?
They're pretty good.
Has it been warm down there? Or?
But Adrian lives in Florida.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, doesn't everybody just about leave Florida and get on those ships and go across at the holidays, or is it all the northern people that come down and jump on those cruise ships?
I think it's all the way around.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's us guys up here in the cold. We're the ones that go down there and jump on the cruise ships.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I believe that if Roger come over here to Florida, he will melt.
Yeah, but I'll be glad to.
I don't know. I think Santa's got it covered as far as not having to worry about that.
I believe me, I will.
His
I
shorts
will
running down the
that
beach.
weather. Yeah, I'd love that weather. Believe me. As long as there's a pool right beside me, I'm okay.
I can't picture you poolside for some reason. I can't see you liking that.
Oh, I do like it, but like here, there's so many mosquitoes and everything. No way. I'll lose 2 pints of blood before getting in this pool. So
It's not good.
Yeah.
We get them in the summertime, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Even though they spray and they have a truck that drives around each street spraying out the back like a fogger.
Yeah.
And then they use helicopters to fly over, but
Okay.
man, it doesn't kill enough of them.
I remember they used to spray for budworm for the trees. And
Hey,
man,
Skills, how you doing?
Bob, how are you? Good to see you.
Bugworm?
Yeah, budworm for the spruce trees. It was killing all the spruce trees. And the part that I grew up into, they would spray. I can remember seeing the planes like, a mile and a half away dropping that orange stuff. We have, even though it's a rural area, it has some of the highest rates of cancer in all of Canada. And it's not hard to trace back to where a lot of it came from. It was, yeah, everything died. There was no mosquitoes, no nothing when they sprayed that stuff.
That's scary.
Yep.
So's the picture of Roger.
Yeah, that's, I went to the archives. That was a year ago.
I guess a good picture of him like that down by the beach. I actually,
Or here.
What's that one? from
There you
Seinfeld?
That's at the pool.
that's cool. That's poolside. That's after all. That's
Roger would be at Boca del Vista with Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld's parents.
Oh, jeez, yeah. I watched that one over the Christmas holidays with my parents. I found Jim, what you were talking about a while ago. I went and dug it up for the thumbnail recognition.
Yeah,
That was
this
the one.
stuff
that-
is scary.
I don't know if you guys ever seen this. This is a glimpse into how YouTube sees your thumbnails when you upload, and you put in your image that you're going to use, and then it's going to spin for a minute. And now, so now it's rating it right away. It's recognized the face, and it's rating it heavy on joy. This is to see if your thumbnail is gonna get you shadow banned or not, or limited monetization. So it can tell there's head wear on there. They can tell that the blur face is not. It's not likely. It goes from likely to very unlikely. And then if you
Andrew, do you have the one where it said Saturday night on somebody's
no,
shirt?
I don't have that one right now. Yeah, it was on the monitor screen. But
Yeah.
but there is something in this one. That's why I picked that one. So you see, like it says hat and man. It's identified. It'll give you labels through it. Now it's going through all the different stuff that it can be, or that will most likely be seen by YouTube under what categories. And there's your web and text. Now, if you notice, you see here, it breaks up each piece of text in these blocks, and it reads it how YouTube's going to read it. So you can see if your font is legible, what exactly it's seeing. Now you see there's a square here, a green square. We couldn't figure out what it is. There was a beer bottle there, and I airbrushed it out, but it still picked up on the edging of it.
Holy cow.
Back in the thumbnail. Like this is even picking at block 11, Canada-based European inspired photography. That's our little tagline down there. You can see each little piece. And
And
lots
who is this? Cloud.com, cloud.google.com/vision.
yeah, exactly. So you can type in Vision AI thumbnail reviewer, and you can get it as well. I can put the link in the chat in a minute too.
Okay.
And that background, that two little pieces, that's from a faded background that you were talking about, Jim. It's still in there, even though we got rid of most of it. It's still faintly seen. That image is only about 8%, I think we left it at, or 12%, and it was still able to read the text on my laptop monitor that's in the background. So that's how much that's how much the artificial intelligence is evaluating your thumbnails. It really puts into perspective. Then it shows the ratios, and then you go under safe search. Now here it's high on spoof because we already have uploaded this thumbnail. So what this is doing is if people are trying to steal your thumbnails and stuff like that, this shows it that the algorithm is watching and likely to pick it up if you're copying somebody else's.
Put the link in the private chat if you want, or in the chat.
It's racy
Sure.
too.
Yeah. That's, you know what that's based on too? Racy is because of the attitude on him. It's taking the camouflage and everything else. Jesus. Yeah.
Hey, distorted FPV, how you doing?
But this is some crazy tech that YouTube is doing automatically before you've done anything else.
Yep. It's there already. This is what you go through every time you upload a thumbnail. This is basically what it's doing. So at least this way you get a chance to see if you are violating it or not. So I think this is the right one. Yeah. Okay. So here's the link. I'll put it in the chat. And then you just scroll down to where it says drag an image file here. And there There you go.
Yeah, you did a whole show on this. Well, it was part of the show.
Well, yeah, we did a feature onto it because it was we were blown away with what we were seeing. So, oh, jeez.
Andrew's
She brought coffee.
Yeah.
little bunny. Andrew's little bunny.
No, she's just... Yep.
Thank you, Cassandra.
She's a live wire.
Can she send that over here?
If we can get that technology going, we'll definitely hook you up, my friend.
That'll be 6G.
So this service is
Yes.
actually not free, right?
No, that's free. That's if you want to buy it to integrate it into your own software. I think you get so many runs of a picture a day, but I think it's ridiculous, or like 1,000 a month or something like that. You can run through it, so you should be okay for the most part. Yeah. Yeah, it's really interesting to see how the algorithm sees what you do, because that's what's going to be recommending you. I mean, that's what's going to be pushing your video, and it also tells you sometimes why it's not pushing your video.
That show you did on that was excellent, Andrew.
Oh, thank you.
I always learn something on here, you know?
Well, if you did, then our job is done. That's all we've ever asked. So, and there's going to be a lot more of that in the new year. We're going a lot more into feature stuff. So there'll be a lot more. We're changing some of the way we do our show and that. So we started them this fall and we're getting good, seems to be good. People are enjoying them. So, and we like doing them.
Roger, I'm going to get coffee. Do you want to drop me out or something?
Oh, you're okay.
All right.
Quicksilver, I used to take my drone with me all the time, but with this weather we're getting all the time and all that, it's no use leaving it in the truck on top of that, getting scared to get it robbed off me or something. So no, I don't take it anymore. DJ Ian Entertainments, how you doing? Nice to see you.
You should start doing like Jagger Scott, except in the winter months. Like get in the deep snow and go for like a 6-mile hike, and then start your drone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know, get knee deep into it there.
Yeah, did you notice there's no hospitals around? So, Adrian, you've been working pretty hard lately?
Every day, all day, boss man.
Yeah, that's good.
Since I was up New Year's, I had to work today to make up for that one day. Yes, sir.
Oh, you had to work today?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's why you couldn't come in this morning. Okay.
You know, Adrian, you're one of the most polite people on a panel I've ever seen. I absolutely love when you're on. I really mean that. You're so cordial to everybody. Usually it's like a mad fest on a panel.
So this is one of one of my older videos. Very unlikely, very unlikely.
Yep. See, it's all good. You're high in the joy ratio and that. So the algorithm loves positive expressions.
Hey, Andrew.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I got a little glitch. What were you saying about me now? I didn't catch.
I said, oh, sorry. I said you're one of the most polite people I've ever seen on a panel. Usually it's like such a wild fest, everybody cutting each other off. You're always so polite to everybody, and it's a nice breath of fresh air. So it was
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. Just as a side note, I had to say that. I was thinking every time we're on. So
thank you, sir.
So these are all pages where this got shared.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Oh, that's actually the video.
that just tells you your dominant colors and stuff within it. And you see spoof once again is because you already have this thumbnail up. So that's why it's
I see.
DJ,
Yeah.
Ian Entertainments, have a good night. Thanks for dropping in. And don't forget to hit that like. Thank you so much.
Well, that's interesting that they place so much importance on the face. That's really interesting.
Yeah, and that's how they find the wanted men or women.
Yeah, no kidding.
Facial recognition. There you go.
All right. Learned
Yep.
something new today.
No, that's definitely a great tool. I mean, I check it a lot, especially because we do some things with YouTube talking about that they don't like us discussing. So I'll use that as kind of to check out at least the thumbnail and that and get a feel to see if we're going to get away with it or if it's going to be limited monetization.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Actually, Roger, I'm going to cut out as well. I got to get this wiring done. I keep putting it off, but if I do, I'm going to be up till 3 a.m. So
Okay.
I'm going to head out. So
No problem.
have a good night, everybody.
Yeah. You take care, Andrew.
You guys as well. Be well.
Check you out
It's
tomorrow.
always
Andrew.
a pleasure, Andrew.
You guys as well. All of you on the panel. And of course, everybody in the chat as well. It was great seeing you all. So have a good
I'll
night,
be on
guys.
Tomorrow morning. So if you want to drop in for a little while tomorrow morning and tell everybody you're going back on.
Or curse about how I was up all night and fed up and discouraged from trying to get this going. How I almost set fire to the whole thing at around 2 a.m. Either way, you'll get something out of me.
With all those parts, you don't want to get frustrated and start throwing stuff.
Oh, Xenia runs for the hills when I get doing this stuff. And then when I call her to help me, then she goes into panic mode. It's like, I don't want to be near the bear. Like, I know I usually seem light and cheerful, but you know. All right, guys, take care. Be well. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, Andrew.
Have a good night,
Bye,
guys.
Andrew.
Bye now.
Yeah, Curtis, I was talking about that last night on the chat we were doing, and guys were like, nah, they can't do that and all that. This has been going on for a while. It's just one more thing you got to worry about.
Yeah. I've been there.
It's all that machine learning and AI and
I'll be right back, guys.
You think about it, it's not even in their hands. You know, they've got
and
a
robot
computer
sex dolls
doing
now
this
that Roger's gone. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I mean, I knew that thumbnails were important because, I mean, when I look at something, the thumbnail makes me click. Usually it's the thumbnail that captures my attention, and then I look at the title. When I started doing YouTube videos and got serious about it for a while there, I thought I need to look at this and why am I clicking on stuff? And then I created a separate channel for our live show that we were doing. And then I started getting all these tutorials from YouTube, and they were talking about how important the thumbnail is. And I thought, well, of course it's important, but I didn't realize they were going to this extent. You know,
Yeah.
they look for happiness. How much does a hat matter?
Really, the expression on your face, everything. It's ridiculous.
But it seems to document, you know, you're wearing a t-shirt, you're wearing a hat. I mean, why does that matter in the algorithm? I mean, is it
to their advertisers? Does it matter to their advertisers? They don't want like if I was doing an X-Evolve drone and I've got nothing but DJI behind me, that wouldn't be good.
right?
You know what I mean? Just another way of filtering. I
But-
get, you know.
Yeah, but what does a hat have to do with it? I mean, the example that Andrew showed that the guy had a hat on. The example that I showed had a hat on, and they made a big deal about he has a hat on. Why is that important? That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
I mean, you could break down all of those little things, but if you just look at one of them and go, okay, here's two examples that we just showed, and both of them said the guy had a hat on. Well, why is it important to Google that the guy has a hat on?
Why are red cars pulled over more than white cars?
Why does Jim use hair color? I mean,
Clairol versus Boys to Men. Yeah.
exactly. Actually, you could make a. Go ahead, Roger. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hey, Go Fish. Good evening, Arco. How you doing, Wakey? I hope you can feel it better, Wakey. And I'll be closing down at 10:30 tonight, guys.
There's an argument you could make for hair color and stuff like that. I mean, as far as advertising goes.
Well, he had something on his shirt. He didn't have that thumbnail available right then, but he had something on his shirt that was actually glaring from the monitor when he took the picture, and the AI was that good that it picked up the words.
Right. Well, it picked up the copyright on NASA, on mine. You know, Romeo was wearing that NASA shirt, and it picked up the copyright on that. Who owns it? So.
Now, see, would that hurt because it's a NASA copyright? I don't know.
Well, no, specifically because of NASA, it doesn't hurt because NASA is a government paid agency. It's like any NASA footage that the government makes it's owned by NASA, but it's also owned by the people. So for instance, I did a bunch of stuff for Johnson Space Center, and they sent me some footage to utilize. And I said, hey, can I use this on my channel perchance? Cause it's like gorgeous 4K footage. And they're like, oh yeah, it's owned by NASA, but they can't stop you from using it on YouTube. So I thought that was kind of interesting because it's actually paid for by tax dollars.
Yeah,
so
it's a
But
grant.
where you would get in trouble using it is if you were printed up and use it as credentials for something, then that's nefarious, you know?
yeah, no, I how would you do? You mean the name NASA?
No, the NASA symbol insignia.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Just like, you know, these guys are doing reviews of the new FAA rules. They put the FAA logo on there. That's fine because they're not telling anybody that they are representing the FAA.
Right.
Right. I watched Paul from Drone U almost cry.
Oh yeah, he was excited, wasn't he?
Yeah, that
Why? What happened?
seemed to be a little much.
He's really ticked off about the new regulations.
I think XJet has I don't know if you guys watch XJet's videos.
Yep, I watched
He has a little bit better grasp, I think, of the reality of what's kind of coming around for us.
Well, it's been years in the making. How could this be a surprise to anybody? That's what I don't
Because
get.
here's what the deal is. Like Paul from Drone U, he sits on that advisory committee, and he knows what the advisory committee advised, and none of what they advised is what the government's doing. They're taking everything that the big boys want to see done in the drone thing.
That was like, Paul, the original drone advisory group.
Yep.
That DJI was part of.
Yep.
That everybody was mad about. Jesus, how many years ago was that? Was that 2016?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it just goes to show that when it comes to government, you know, the average person doesn't have a lot to say about it. They're going to do what they want to do, come hell or high water, unless you can have a bigger voice. But it's still, you know, we live in a dollars and cents world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
Well, the thing
same
that
with
I
the
thought was
IPP. When they started that IPP, there was an open call for companies to join in, but your company or my company wouldn't have been part of it.
Yeah.
They took the big guys.
I'm wondering when they're going to start that here in Canada.
Sadly, what goes around comes around, Roger.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Whatever the states do, the Canada picks up right after.
it's generally,
Yeah.
although I have a friend in Norway who sent me a PDF, and most of it's in Norwegian, but he translated a lot of it, and it basically spells out in Norway, like a year ago, what the USA is now proposing.
Yeah.
So he's saying that they actually got the rules from Norway, or this proposal, I should say, not actual rules. It's a proposal. And then XJet said that this was just a draft. I was trying to figure that one out, that this is not even the actual final draft. But I mean, if it's up for comment, that shouldn't be a draft. It should be the proposal.
Well, it's the draft proposal. You're right. It is, unless an act of God or an act of Congress changes it, that's what's going to be pushed through.
Okay. Because he said it changed. So I haven't seen a change. I mean, I've been going back seeing how many people are commenting and stuff.
Well, and who was it? Somebody else had a stack that big, you know, of the actual proposal. And he went through and he said that in essence, within 2 to 3 years, what we fly, unless it has the capabilities of doing what they want it to do, they're going to be obsolete drones.
I think you're talking about Russ over at 51 Drones.
Yes.
Was the one that talked about that.
I wouldn't listen to anybody but a lawyer like Rupert Law or somebody like that.
My takeaway from XJet was we need to comment, but we need to not rush to comment. We need to get our thoughts together, read through the document, and make a concise, instead of just, well, you're stupid, you can't do this, and exclamation point, you should take some time to think about what you want to say, how this is going to affect you, and make a realistic comment from as a conversation.
He also wanted us to all send him our proxy so that he could speak for us. And I didn't know what that was all about, but
I kind of get that.
Was
I mean,
that XJet or Paul?
That was XJet.
Oh.
I understand what he's trying to do, and he's trying to do it in one case. And this is similar to what you and I, Paul, have talked about before, where we create a organization that represents drone pilots, not the AMA. Right. And XJet is very, very down on the AMA as far as what they do. The guy's in New Zealand, though. That's the thing.
Yeah. How's he going to represent us?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
He has enough problems in his own country.
Exactly. I mean, the guy is super smart, don't get me wrong, but he's in New Zealand. So how his voice, you know, unless we elect him to come to the United States and represent us, I don't see how he could actually represent us. So I did think that was kind of strange. I understand
how we all have not started our own group in this 5-year period. I have no idea.
Because nobody can agree on anybody else being in charge of it.
Right. They all want to be the boss.
Everybody wants to be the boss of this thing. And, you know, it should be set up like the AMA where you're voted in. But how do you start it? That's the big thing. How do you start this deal? Who gets to be first, and who's in charge for the first year or 2 years, and then how do we do the elections and all that? I mean, you can take a page out of the AMA and model this thing after that, but who goes first? You know, there's too much people want to be in charge at first.
You have a situation where you have so many small companies, each one of us being a company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus L3 Harris, Grumman Northrop, all the big boys who are making their own. That's not even mentioning the drone delivery companies like Amazon, like UPS. Walgreens wants to be one. Who was that other pharmacy that's already started?
Yeah, and the other thing is the thing that they didn't address in there is, what are the altitudes going to be for the high-end commercial drone delivery business?
They're going to have to squeeze us lower.
Yeah,
you're right.
Either squeeze us lower or impinge on a manned aircraft like 200 feet, take 500 to 700 feet, make theirs as a basement of 700 feet.
Which would make more sense, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would to me.
It would to me too. I mean, there's more drone pilots than there are manned aviation.
Well, yeah, you know what the number is, Curtis? Somebody said it. There's 800 million drones in the United States, and there's only 1 million aircraft pilots in the United States.
I mean, that's like a no-brainer. Plus a lot of those jobs from pilots are being changed now that you know, drones can do them safer and faster. Yep. We all know this. Yeah. Not every job, obviously. You know, it's
if they're doing jobs, yeah.
Well, and especially since they can a manned aircraft can go to several thousand feet. You know, I mean, what's 200 feet on the bottom end to them? Where it's, if they were to take 200 feet out of our 400 feet, that's a big deal. Big
chunk. The people that it would affect would be like the tourism, the sightseeing folks, the crop dusters, stuff like that. That's the low end of it. The helicopter pilots who want to come in low and do stuff. But you know,
But they should be able to apply for waivers, you know?
Yeah.
What do they want to do specifically in a specific file, a specific flight plan and all that kind of thing, what they're used to doing.
Well, traditionally, so I can't speak to it now because I don't know a crop duster, but traditionally they've just gone out and dusted fields.
Yep.
But yeah, it makes sense. I mean, if we're going to be part of a national register and licensing and tracking, then they should be able to, you know, pull it up on a computer before they go fly and say, hey, I'm going to be here. And if I go out to fly and it says, oh, there's a guy, and I'm looking at the same information he is, I'm going to go, oh, there's a crop duster 2 fields over. I need to be careful or not fly or whatever. That makes sense to me.
Well, and also in 10 or 15 years easily, I imagine there isn't going to be any plain crop dusters anymore. They're going to be drones crop dusting.
Read what Rigor Mortis just wrote down. Yeah, right here, we've got helicopters to do the crop dusting here.
Put transponders in the commercial drones, let them fly at 400. ATC can deal with them as they have planned flight plans. But not every one is like I do a lot of infrastructure. That's not.
Well, I think what he's talking about, Jim, he's talking about UPS, Amazon, all of those drones.
Yeah.
You know, when he says commercial, he's not thinking about 107 commercial. He's talking about the big boys.
But what do they do when they land and they make their delivery?
Straight down.
Straight down.
Yeah,
How
but
do you
hey,
deliver
Jim,
to an apartment building?
The ceiling,
On
the roof.
I guess.
hey, Jim, didn't you say that they already called the cops on you several times?
Yeah. I've had police here 4 times.
Oh, yeah? Holy crap.
You flying from your house?
From my house, I fly, yeah. I have flown, and the neighbors call the cops.
So what are you doing? You being a peep in town? What are you doing?
Oh, I've had them come to the house. I have a 17-year-old daughter. I said, what is she, ugly? What are you afraid of? I got better things to do than spy on your 17-year-old daughter with $1,000 drone. You know.
Oh, the other thing you could tell him is that, hey, I'm not into that kind of stuff, especially since if you have a computer, go look that stuff up online. You can see more there than you can ever see in a picture I take. You know?
Google Street View.
Yeah.
Al Diaz, how you doing?
Going on now, Diaz? Hey, Paul, question.
Yeah.
How far are you from Detroit on Pontiac?
I am about 45 minutes to 50 minutes.
From both?
Yeah, Detroit is directly southwest. Pontiac is more west southwest.
Okay, because when my lady and I went to Michigan, we were literally probably about less than an hour from you then.
Yes. Yep.
Distorted FPV. The cops actually say nothing to me. They've actually said we have to come because a call has been made. But I sit there and show them my FAA certificate and all that, and they don't even want to see it. They're like, we know you're doing it okay. So
Yeah, Jim, I had about 2 years ago, I had a call. I was flying one of my ships and I was standing, and another guy I was talking to was because I just was letting it hover, and a guy was talking to me, and all of a sudden his eyeballs got about this big, and up behind me was 2 state police cars, 4 border protection cars, and 3 police cars, and and I turned around. I says, well, let me land this first and we'll talk. And I talked to him and handed him all my cards and everything. Showed him my FAA. Of course, I always wear my FAA on my shirt.
yeah.
And they said, okay, well, we got a call from, there was a restaurant down underneath the bridge. And somebody called and reported that there were terrorists flying drones around the Blue Water bridges. Now, whenever I see those guys, they all wave. I wave back.
Yep.
Saigon says, why can't they have CES in Atlantic City? Help them bring back business and job. Atlantic City is dying. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that I disagree with, and technology is going to have to change. I'm going to have to carry I'm going to have to carry a hotspot with me in order to get a cellular service connection, because the phone I get when I get down by the water and stuff, it just doesn't work.
Mine
And
is
one of the
terrible
things
too.
in there, it addresses it, says that if you don't have cellular connection before you take off, you will not.
So, guys, I want to talk about the part where DJI is actually releasing, they probably released the app where people are actually going to be able to find us when we're flying.
Yep.
Has that came into effect yet, or that just talk?
It's at this point it's talk until I think they pass this.
I think this was a preemptive example.
Drone already has UUID and remote ID on it.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen, or is it happening already?
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen to some extent. That's what the discussion, another discussion, is about who is going to have access to it.
That was what Paul over at Drone U was getting all upset about, was because of the privacy issues. It wasn't so much that the government or the police would have access to knowledge of where you are, where your drone is. It's that every person who doesn't like drones could pick up their phone and look it up and say, oh, here's the guy, here's his name, here's his address. You flew over my house and my 17-year-old daughter. I'm coming to your house.
Yeah.
And they will too.
Exactly right. That would be like if you were driving down the road and you didn't like the way somebody was driving, you write the driver's license down, or write the license plate down and go look it up and then give them hell, you know? That leads to a vigilante society.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's an app right now that allows you to see what plane is in the air and what the tail number is, but it doesn't tell you who's flying it. It doesn't tell you where that guy lives or any of that information.
Pilot lives.
Distorted FPV just wrote down DJI is introducing new upgrade, a SIM card slot with a monthly cellular fee.
Really?
Well, they've got the Flight Hub already where you can hook right in and have people on their computers anywhere.
Well, and some of the fee structure, it could be multiple fees, because they're talking about whoever the vendor is going to be that's going to run this thing. They think that they're going to start charging you a fee. It's written in there like between $2 and $5 per month to be registered.
Yeah, like a
with
subscription
them.
fee. Yeah.
And that's a fee per drone, they think.
Well, that's where they can go F themselves if they were to do that.
And then you
sorry about that.
Then you're responsible for whatever cellular service fees, whichever cellular service you use to connect you to that service.
Yeah.
You're killing
Started
the hobby.
FPV says it's just a joke, but no, it might be coming to that. You never know.
Well, look at it this way. You use those cellular points now to receive RTCM3 for like RTK flight positioning, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So how hard would it be to just intercept that now?
That was Paul's argument also, that we're already broadcasting. We don't need additional hardware on our drones. Yeah.
Saigon's asking who's going to the 2020 CES.
That guy right down there.
Jim's going.
Jim,
Above
that
and
guy.
beyond. Jim's going.
That guy's going.
You're pointing downwards. For me, downwards is Adrian.
It's up. It's up in mine.
Oh wait, yeah. Okay, hold on.
I'm next to Roger in mine. That's Roger.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
And you're right there, Jim, on that corner on mine.
Well,
So
and
Jim
mine
would,
we tabulated because mine is the opposite way.
Jim would be over.
Above and beyond drones. To make it easier, just read it.
Yeah.
Roger's right here. Jim is right here. Curtis
Roger's right here. Curtis is here.
Paul is way on the other side.
Jim's going, and Jim's going to get to see something I really wish I could be there to see. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And it's not what we talked about before.
That.
Huh?
They've already started advertising.
Yeah, I know. I guess we could talk about it because they did advertise it.
I got the advertisement in my email.
Well,
Yep.
Jim, please check out the Evolve 2 and see if it's anything. And here's the question you need to ask all these drone purveyors. What are they going to do to adapt what they've already sold or they're selling today to
Yes.
that, to be part of that? If they say, oh, well, you're going to have to buy a different drone, I think that everybody's going to stop buying the new drones.
And I actually think they should.
Yes.
As how else are you going to have a voice?
Yeah. And the other thing, too, is you should also ask them, are you going to be able to retrofit any changes so that my drone is not obsolete?
I think we're going to see a lot more home builds.
This is the Ascendance remote controller, right?
Yep.
Oddly enough, this whole center pack can come out like a drawer.
Okay.
I wonder why they
Like a
made
drawl or a drawer?
a drawer.
A
Drawer.
drawl.
Yeah. that's what I said. This whole piece here
Yep.
can come out.
Yep.
Now you know that, Paul. You've seen these, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. This is a patch antenna on the bottom. But this has remote ID and UUID. When you activated your drone, you got a unique user identification number.
Yep.
And then these from 2018 already came out with the remote ID on them.
Right.
And right now you can turn that on or off, but come the rules, you won't be able to.
Yeah. And the other thing, Curtis, that you just said is talk about build your own drones. That ain't going to work either. Because they said unless you've got remote ID on your drone, you're going to be assigned only to fly in designated fly areas like the AMA that are designated by the FAA at 400, 400, 400.
I do understand that, Paul. And what I'm saying is that there are a lot of people that are just going to do it.
Yeah.
What happens is just like speeding. You know, they'll have speed traps out there. They're going to catch you speeding. They're going to catch you flying. But more and more people are just not going to deal with the problems. I mean, if this comes to fruition,
yeah,
more and more people are just not going to deal with it. And they're going
Right.
to build their own drone and go, hey, I'm just in a field. Who cares? But, you know, when that cop drives by and he hasn't met his quota yet, he's going to go, oh, there's a drone. Let me go check this out. And
Right.
figures out, you know what, you don't have the remote ID on this thing and you're not following the rules. There's a ticket, you know.
Yeah.
But there
Curtis,
has
you-
to be enough
Curtis-
of us doing it.
Curtis, you have adapted though from being a cinematic drone flyer over to the FPV. And
doing
because
both.
you thought about using the FPV for cinematic purposes, but you
Yeah.
won't be able to take that FPV cinematic drone that you have built now
Right.
and just go take it wherever you want to go.
Right. No, I understand. I'm just saying, I think we're going to see in general more and more people building their own drones because not everybody likes to drive 60 miles an hour. They like to drive 61 or 65. It's just a fact of life. Get on any freeway in the United States or any country wherever, and that's what we see. I just think we're going to see a lot of that.
Well, and immediately it's not going to eliminate the Yahoos from flying anyway.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not talking about Yahoos. I'm talking about just guys in general, or
Well,
and mainly the hobby guys.
Yeah, I think a lot of the newer guys that might want to get into the hobby are going to rethink the whole thing. It depends upon how rigid it gets.
And do we really need all this? For us, I say no. If you got UPS and Amazon and all that, then you do need unmanned traffic management, but not for you and me.
No.
Let's put it where it belongs.
But this isn't going to hit the FPV flyers. This is going to hit mainly all the guys do like cinematography and all that, right?
Well, they want all drone flyers, period, to be registered with the FAA.
Anything that goes in the air. This includes RC aircraft, guys that have spent years, you know, the guys that take all winter and build a balsa airplane.
Yeah, that's different though. They go up to about 300 feet or four, you know, I mean, the FPV flyers here, they don't go up to 400 feet or 300.
Roger,
They fly around the trees and the gates and all that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Roger, it doesn't make any difference. They set the basement at whatever ground level. If you take off and you go up to 60, 80, 20, 30, 10 feet, you're still in the airspace.
Yeah.
They're making it so every single one of us
Yeah.
has to have an FTN, a federal ID number.
The only exception to this would be if you're one of those pilots that fly in hangars where you're not in the
Inside.
airspace. Yeah, you fly inside. And that's by the way, that's a whole other art. I don't know if you guys have followed any of that stuff. Those ultra light planes and little miniature helicopters. I mean, where they would never last outside in the wind. But man, those guys build like 747s that are filled with helium. They're basically a balloon in the shape of a plane with two motors on it, and they fly them around inside those hangars. That's amazing stuff.
I'm not ready for that neither, but like I said, Canada will follow suit after the states go through with it.
It's a bit of overreach because they have the ICAO numbers are going international now. So it'll all be one system.
The only thing that in Roger's case he can hope for is that they do not change right away in his lifetime the minimal, like under 0.55 pounds. That way he's getting the new Mavic Mini sent to him by Saigon.
Yep.
So he'll be able to still fly without having to register that drone.
Yeah.
I wonder what the FAA thought when they saw that come out. You know what I mean? Like it was simply just to defy their rules.
Well, and you know, DJI was part of it, and they saw this coming and thought, "Well, hell, we better jump on board with this."
Oh, but that's not going to be in effect within 4 years.
Well, no, they're saying 2 to 4 years now.
2 to 4 years. Oh my God. Hey, Mr. Crawley, how you doing? Yeah, JDS, you like eating that kind of food before going to bed? Wow. You're a brave man.
They've been working on this since these IPPs started.
Yep.
Mr. Crowley brought up an interesting point. He says you can only build a drone with parts bought by an FAA approved supplier based on the proposed changes.
Yes.
Just another way to clamp down on you ahead of time.
Yep. Well, what you'll see now is, you know how when you buy a frame, it'll be stamped with a serial number, and you're going to have to use that serial number to register even an FPV drone.
Yeah.
I think you're over regulating. I really do.
And
I don't think it's a problem.
FPV pilots, you know, we all are supposedly to keeping detailed logs on repair, maintenance, all that kind of stuff. I don't know too many FPV guys that are doing that, but you're going to have to do that when you're FPV. Every time you change a motor, every time you change a prop, you have to note it. Every time you make a change.
Every time you charge your battery.
Yep. How many cycles it has on that battery.
Look at for those of you that have air data at airdata.com, all the amount of detailed information that's in there, that's what the FAA wants.
And that information is not always correct either.
No.
Yeah, it's there. I just started FPV. Yeah, it's scaring a lot of people in the hobby. A lot of them are going to get out of the hobby.
When we should be getting up and getting mad. And why should UPS and delivery drones change our lives?
Yeah. See, like for what Kim's writing down, business will close, people will stop buying, and they will lose their billions. And lots of people will lose their jobs because people will stop buying drones.
Yeah, but if you look at it from the FAA, that really doesn't care. I mean, they got to control the airways.
Yeah.
8 million drones in the United States versus 1 million manned aircraft in the United States.
I know I'm supposed to log everything in when I fly my Spark, I'm supposed to log everything into it on the logbook.
Yep.
But I haven't done it once yet.
Well, Roger, have you checked out airdata.com? Because the information is on your drone. Yeah. And if you upload your flight logs and it's free, you can upload your flight logs to airdata.com, and that logs all that information that you need to log. You don't have to do anything. Hit one button, it uploads it, and it's all there.
Yeah.
And if the FAA comes to you and says, "Are you keeping a log?" You pull up the website and go, "Here's my account. Here's my flights. Here's my battery information. Here's all the information you need." And it's free. I mean, you can get,
and what's good is he's flying DJI and all those logs are out there.
Yeah.
If you're an FPV pilot,
Do you have a link for that?
Ain't so much.
Do you have a
Just
link for that?
airdata, AIRDATA.com. Just
Okay.
create a free account, and then all your logs are on your phone. Whatever you use for, it's not on the drone creates the log, but it sends it to your phone or your tablet, whatever it is you're using.
Okay.
And there's an app that you can download in the App Store or Google Play, whatever you have, Apple, Android, whatever. And it's just one button. You hit one button, takes 2 seconds. It uploads it to AirData. Then you can go on your computer. A lot of cool things you can do with it too. You can see your flights on Google Earth. There's a way to download your flight onto Google Earth, and you can see your flight in 3D above your house or in the field or wherever it is you flew.
Okay.
So there's some fun stuff, but what's really cool about it, and the reason they started that was Ron Sterner, the guy that started this, realized that batteries were the biggest problem, and that you could, over time, you could actually predict when a battery is going bad, assuming you didn't crash.
Yeah.
Just normal usage, batteries go bad over time. So he figured out a way to predict this, but the only way that he's able to do this is by everybody uploading their flight logs and their battery information. Yeah, Jim's showing it right here. Uploading their flight logs to this site. And then they, for instance, let's just say Paul has a battery that third cell fails and it crashes, and he uploads his flight log.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, then what they do is they take everybody else's flight logs that compare to Paul's flight, and then they can send out a warning to everybody else. Hey, your next flight, your third cell on your battery is possibly going to go bad because, and they won't say Paul's, but somebody else's basically went bad.
Yep. And if you look at that one that's just above where he highlighted, warning, another aircraft nearby, another craft is nearby. Fly with
Yep.
caution.
That's because I have the remote ID and the ADSB in on the Matrice. But look at this. Return to home route will pass a no-fly zone. Well, look where I am. There's no no-fly zone.
Yep.
I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
It should be pointed
Where-
out that this is the date. All AirData is doing is this is the data that is generated by DJI. It is not generated by AirData.
Right.
They're
and
just
DJI
reading what's on the
doesn't
flight log.
allow both batteries to come through. On an Inspire 2, on a Matrice line, you have to use 2 batteries, but you don't get 2 battery information. You have to connect them yourself. In here, you connect all your batteries. See, but you're getting cell information, but you're getting it from 1 battery.
Okay.
That's still, DJI doesn't allow them to do
Multi batteries, yeah.
Yeah.
So wait a minute, how do you go to that? Does that mean you have to log into your DJI account to go to the AirData?
There's an app that automatically uploads this to AirData.
So the first thing you do, Adrian, is you go to AirData and you create a free account. Now they have subscriptions also that do a lot more, but it's more for professional pilots. You go there, you register, and you're able to upload 100 flights.
Yep.
When you upload your 101st flight, flight number 1 goes away. When you upload your 102nd flight, flight number 2 goes away.
Okay.
So you always have access to the latest 100 flights that you've done,
And
Unless
this is for the public,
unless you subscribe, and then you get all your flights. Yes.
and then the public can actually see this?
No,
This
No,
is just
just
for
you.
you.
this is just for you.
because the FAA requires you to have flight logs. And
Yes.
the sad part is the reason that I don't know how much is it, Curtis, if you want to buy in.
$15 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
I pay for the pro.
And a commercial pilot would want to do that because A, you're flying more. B,
Yep.
if you get an FAA person on the ground wants to see your flight logs, they want to see the flight logs for the beginning of that aircraft.
But
But
this
what
this
about
actually
the flight log that I have on my DJI app?
so you have them on, you have a generalized flight log on your app, but they're not able to access it as well as AirData does. AirData breaks it all down for you, and you're able to show, if a policeman shows up and somebody says, oh, hey, you were flying here, you're actually able to show them where you were flying.
And I don't think it downloads through the DJI app. It downloads through its own app, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yes, their own app.
You have your own app and you can decide which flights you want to upload. You don't
So
have
when you plug it into your computer, you go to that and it uploads it.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to upload every flight if you don't want to.
Okay, so it's called just like that, Air Data UAV?
Airdata.com.
Airdata.com.
That's the app or the website?
That's the website.
The
website.
website.
And you see he's got his matrices up there because that's the one he's tracking right here on this log. But if you have more than one aircraft, you can set an account up for each aircraft. Right?
Yeah, you just list them over here.
Is that you, Jim?
Yeah, this is mine. You see it says add drone.
Okay.
You just add each drone you have. And then each one will keep a separate battery record. Let's see, we'll go to the Mavic 2. Each one will keep its own battery record and flight history. And then you can merge accounts. It'll show you usage.
So Quicksilver brought up a good point. It says that's great for you DJI guys. It's not only DJI, it's also they cover Autel, Unique, and a bunch of other companies as well. But but you are correct. For you guys that are doing FPV stuff, you know, you need to start. You're going to have to start keeping records of all your flights. There is no flight log that's generated off, you know, those FPV drones, unless somebody starts making something that works that way.
No.
And they build it into beta flight.
And the other thing too is that we very rarely do any major, other than changing props or something on our drones, on camera drones or cinema drones, if you want to call it, where you guys, you're always changing ESCs and you've got to note that in your flight log.
Yep. You burn out an ESC, you need to note it in your flight log.
And put the date and what you replaced it with and what the old one was. And
if you overheat a battery and you can't use it anymore, you need to log it in your flight log.
You can do that right here. Also under flight description, you get to note in what kind of flight it was, and you can add tags.
Yep.
The area construction, what birds you used.
If you can plug the drone in and read it, but not for FPV pilots.
Hey, Curtis, JTS
Yes, sir.
wants to know if this app is good for the telephone. For the phone.
I'm sorry, say that one more time, Roger.
JDS wants to know if that app can go on the phone.
Yes. You want to register. It's easier to register on your computer, I think. I mean, you can do it through your phone too. So once you register at the website, then you download the app, and then you use the app to upload your flight logs.
Mm.
You can also download them as KML files too.
Yep.
That's
so let me.
And then there's a flight viewer also.
I did a whole bunch of tutorials on this. I got to go find it real quick.
See here, you can download it as a
just
CSV
give them
file.
the link to your tutorials.
So Jim, how were you able to upload all those information about your battery?
It automatically uploads. There's an app from AirData that you put on your phone, and it will automatically upload the flights you tell it to. And then you all this information.
That means I have to wait. So
When you have the drone fired up and your controller fired up.
Okay, now does the quick question. That means I have to register every drone that I have on this website, right?
Yes.
Everyone that can plug in, yes.
That means it's gonna require the make, I'll say the make, model, the serial number, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
It'll tell you the serial number already because
read
you
it.
got a unique ID number when you activated your drone from DJI. So it already knows the battery serial number, the aircraft serial number. All this information is automatically transmitted.
Yep.
It's already being logged on you.
Okay.
You just don't know it.
So
and as a battery gets bad and you switch and put another battery in, it knows when you're not charging that other one anymore.
So I just that's my website, by the way, that I just posted in there, and there's a whole series of videos of how to utilize AirData and the benefits of using AirData. I did that like a year or two ago, but it's all still relevant. It all still works. It's an awesome app for basically photography drones. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've been using it for a couple of years. I like it, but the free app is great to try out. The only restriction is what? 6 batteries?
Yeah.
You can only go up to 6 batteries. It'll come up with your battery serial numbers, the date that they were purchased, the date
And
that they were
any
manufactured.
updates too, right?
Yeah. And it's $14.99 a month to go to the Pro version if you need that.
And that's not per drone, right?
No, that's a monthly fee from 1 to 100 drones.
It looks like the snow's letting up here, but
Roger's like, I ain't flying. It's snowing. I don't need nothing.
like since 12 o'clock noon. It was heavier at times. The winds were up higher than that.
This all reminds me, I need to call Iran and see if they're planning on being a service provider, because they would be poised to do that correctly.
Mhm. Thank you, everybody, for hitting that like button tonight. Much appreciated. Yeah, so guys, I might be closing down soon. Sorry, 11 o'clock here.
Yeah, same here.
So I know I got 23 people still watching. I'm sorry about that, but been on since 8 o'clock. And I gotta be on again tomorrow morning. So
What are you trying to say, Roger? Spit it out.
I'm going to bed. Guys, I'm selling my 6-inch Hawk 5 with props on my Max Mode Mavic Air Pro with 5 bats, hard case, multiple charger, iPad. What the hell? What are you selling everything there, Mr. Crawley?
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
I'm registering right now. I have
Okay.
to use the same email that I used when I first got my when I registered my drones too, right?
You
Same
use the
email?
email that you used to sign in to DJI. When you activated your drones with DJI, you got a DJI account. That email address would be the same email you're going to use.
Okay.
You can always change your email address in DJI's account if you want to do that first.
Do you remember your old email?
Yeah, I do.
You just can't access it anymore, right?
Uh-huh.
For
Make up a
some
new-
reason, my Gmail account just went to shit. Like I don't know. Like I'm not receiving no emails in there. I keep saying that the storage is full. I need to buy more storage space, but I deleted every freaking email from there.
No. That's OneDrive. Google email has no space limitations.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it keeps saying that I don't have any space. And what the hell are you talking about? I don't have any space.
Oh, we got to talk on the phone, man. I'll call you tomorrow. That's crazy.
Okay, everybody in the chat, I'll have to say good night. Take care. We'll see you all tomorrow morning if you're around. And thank you so much for supporting the channel. Much appreciated. I hate going when there's 23 people watching, but I got to go to sleep, guys. Yeah.
Thank you for having me on, Roger. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Adrian. Anytime.
Curtis, we'll keep talking about that, brother.
Not a problem, man. I'm ready when you are.
Jim, love you, man.
Love you too, Adrian. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Curtis, talk to you
Adrian.
later.
Yeah, we'll
Thanks,
talk.
Roger.
We'll probably talk in the morning.
Bye.
Night, Roger.
Okay, good night, everybody. Have a good one. Be safe, everybody.